Saturday!
All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Sell Swords. Campaign 1, Sword of Air.
Episode 13.
Episode 13. There you go.
Did you say episode 1?
You said episode
No, episode
1.
13.
You
said
said episode 1.
We're starting over.
No, I said
everybody.
Campaign 1, The Sword of Air.
You definitely
He said
did.
campaign.
You heard it. You
No.
heard it too. I'm not fucking crazy.
Nah.
Anyway, well, we'll check that in the
He
recording.
didn't say in Draconic, so he didn't hear that.
No, he heard it. He just kept responding.
He chose not to.
Either.
He knows comics. He can speak
Anyway.
Here we go.
Nice.
Anyway,
He's
All
a
right.
fellow cat herder.
So, this week, we arrive at the town of Elise, which is the first major settlement you guys would have seen in probably a little over a month and a half, almost 2 months. The last major settlement being Glendovel Close. The road being treacherous and arduous in nature, having passed through the desolation and having gone through the camp.
consider it more just a lot of distractions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted in the group chat a little earlier the size and economic values of the town, because the postscript from last session was that basically this was going to be an economic stop. So that information's available for you. Just to recap a little bit, the town of Elise is considered a small town. It is just inside that barrier, so it only has a population of about 600 people, whereas Glavier is actually much larger, just over 2,000 people. The two towns are close enough and have enough established trade between the two of them that you can, within a few days, travel from the markets of Elise to the markets of Glavier. However, the actual town's structure and laws differ widely. So we need to make sure we declare openly where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing there. Certain actions will not be tolerated in one or the other.
What are the
So-
laws? Are we aware of them?
How
You
much
can roll a
HP
knowledge
does a
roll.
random human shopkeeper have?
They would be like half hit die humanoids, so
Just check.
maybe 4.
For reasons.
Okay. Kurt. Anyway.
Knowledge local.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
You don't know shit.
That's a 14.
Okay, and are you rolling for Elise or Glavier?
Glavier.
Glavier.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
Glavier is the larger of the two towns.
Mm-hmm.
The government style is autocratic, so there is one ruling individual. In Glavier, his name is Lord Bertrand, and he, from what you kind of gather from talking with people and getting an idea of what the town's going to be like, is not a very good
How do you
leader.
spell Glavier? G-L...
Glaivir. Glavier. Tomato, tomato.
And Lord Baltram rules Glavier.
Yes, Bertrand. B-E-R.
Trand.
Thank you.
Does he grunt a
I
lot?
have it written down.
Huh?
Does he grunt a lot?
No. Actually, what you guys hear is he spends most of his time trying to court a wizard somewhere.
Cobalt wizard.
What is he sorting?
No.
I like.
I mean, we're not going to
pictures.
judge him if he swings that way.
I mean, yeah.
No, it's...
By court, as in like trying to
Disguise.
fuck, or as in trying to get to work for him?
Why?
Like, hey, I need a wizard to come work for me real quick.
No, like he is trying to woo and
A wizard is...
pursue romantically a wizard.
She, he.
Wizard
It is female.
Okay.
Is there a
Feminine.
word for that?
What? Court?
Witch. Isn't that the word for it?
Sorceress?
Wizard,
Wizard?
yeah.
Witch?
Yeah.
Wizard? No, I think wizard's gender neutral.
No.
No, if you go to Hogwarts, you're a wizard.
We don't talk about Hogwarts at this table.
Well, no.
That is not true.
I know we do.
Actually, witches are more akin to.
Yeah, but the real
actions
question is,
and this
In,
system.
What's
with,
your house?
with respect
Yeah,
to
but witches are
Pathfinder,
general neutral, but wizard I've always heard is like a he.
Wait, how does witch... No, witches can't be gender neutral when you
I've
have
heard
warlocks.
witch, but see, I've heard witch, but I've also heard warlock is a witch that glows.
Anyway, we can have
Tom,
hours
do you
of
need more?
conversations on this.
I feel like I might need some under
There's
this
not enough
conversation.
left in the bottle, let's be honest about
Wait, there's actually serious questions.
Yes.
I almost need to drink because
We'll get to
somehow it got erased from my character sheet the name of
I'm
my
all
deity.
fine with witch being a gender
Mithras.
neutral, whatever.
Mithras.
But like,
I'm writing it down
I'm
again.
pretty sure that has meaning.
In
aside
ink.
from the guys who
On
like
this
made,
notepad.
made deals with Cthulhu. Or like some
Because I need to
ancestral
find a
squid
church
god
of
that
Mithras
is not
after I'm done
copyrighted.
I think there's
purchasing
a
everything
website
I
that's
need.
technically a warlock.
Google
Cool.
says a
So,
woman.
in
Okay.
conclusion, regardless of what the various metas across all of nerddom decree, she is a wizard. Her
Alright.
the book.
Okay, but are witches gender neutral?
I don't fucking know, Lou.
Alright, so dictionary
Yes.
says wizard a
don't know.
man and witch a woman, so I guess.
But
Alright.
Dictionary.
But this is D&D though, isn't witch a class?
This is not D&D. This is Pathfinder.
Which is a class in Pathfinder, yes.
So wizard.
Yeah,
Wait, witch is a class?
Yes.
There is actually not an official
So
warlock
technically
class
it's
position,
completely
which is
correct.
close to it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
In one of the one-shots, I played a witch.
Learn something new every day.
It's very true you did.
So we made it to the town.
No, yeah.
And we
yeah.
know
you,
that
make,
they-
you make it to the town!
I rolled the knowledge for the Elise.
Not even 20
Okay,
minutes
what'd you
in.
get?
Nat 20.
6 minutes.
Okay, so with Elise,
What's your total?
you know that the town is much smaller. It numbers just about a population of about 600.
Wow.
It is also an autocratic government ruled by a wizardess, a wizardess,
Thank
They
you.
hang themselves
Okay.
over that.
PC.
by the name of Alicia.
Careful doing it.
Automatic
You don't
asphyxiation.
say.
Yeah.
Man, I never.
Are you
Clearly, she was
100 with us
named
right now?
after the town, guys.
She made the town.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
It's an autocratic government ruled by a wizardess.
How do you spell
Alicia?
Alicia?
What's
Yeah.
the word?
Okay.
What's
So
the
Alicia
word?
the group.
E-L-I-S-S-I-A.
I don't know if you still want to adventure with us.
Close enough. Sound it out.
Give us the real death.
See that.
You can ask that question to Oracle.
If I can.
Is there a Y instead of an I?
I'll just write
S-I-A.
it phonetically.
S-I-A.
Like I do all things. 'Cause I
My
just-
guy is
Murder.
second guessing joining this group.
Exactly.
Oh, he should have
As
from the
am I.
very start.
And may just commit himself to the
There may be a
Mithras
long
monkhood.
string of one-shots after tonight.
Just the Mithras monkhood.
Yeah,
Shots, you said?
yeah.
You know, I love how you said earlier, this, if I drink all that, that would kill me.
He's
And yet
taking a shot of water, and we all know it.
he's going back to
Is
the
it water
apple
with
juice.
food dye in it?
No, in your shot glass.
Huh?
It's just a shot glass full of water.
Yes.
To get
That
Dylan
is
drunk.
exactly right, kids, because you should only drink water.
And this is
Meanwhile,
Something,
more
something
booze here.
Captain Planet.
Something Captain.
All right.
Planetina,
So-
thank you.
For Elise, it is also an autocratic government. The governess has baroness, whatever you want to title you
I
want
thought
to
she
give
was a
her.
wizard.
She's a wizardess by class. Her title is baroness.
Oh, shit, I was writing
But-
governess.
You can call it.
That's a teacher!
Now, when you say she's barren, does that mean she's so old she can't have kids?
Or did something happen that she can't?
Okay, so
Good
the
night, everybody! Good night, game over, everybody dies.
okay.
By the way, Dylan, this is only the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
And there's already been enough cursing.
Okay, so I honestly forget what the questions were, but
A
anyways,
baroness is a female baron, which is just under an earl,
Ah, Earl's a good title. I hear he makes good tea.
which is under a duke.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I learn
you
two
know.
things every night.
okay, so the general vibe coming from Elise is that the power structure of the government is very much intact. There
now.
is a set of laws that coincide with Bard's Gate. You guys would both know that for both Glavir and Elise, these towns are allied with Bard's Gate. They are some northern merchant depots that help fuel the city. Glavir specifically trades in lumber and animal pelts, while Elise does not have nearly as much economic power. They do export a lot of grain and other crops from the farmland, but Elise is actually known for its library, where the sages dwell, hoarding and storing information of the ages.
I've got a question.
Wait, what was
They
that?
sell grain.
It hasn't really occurred to me until now. Is there any like accord with Bard's Gate and like a certain set of towns? Like now that we know
Yes.
this information.
Yeah.
There would have
Bard's
to be.
Gate is the kind of like governmental. They set the governmental structure
Okay.
that's kind of reflected in the region with places like Freegate.
So they're like
It-
the DC.
Well, they they set the tone,
Okay.
and then other towns follow it.
Oh, so they're the trendsetters.
Yeah, they're the trendsetters. And typically, if you're in the market of doing business with Bard's Gate, you tend to reciprocate their laws and virtues so that, you know,
Yeah.
the people you attract would be willing to be traveled to and from Bard's Gate.
Okay, I got.
So Bard's Gate wouldn't be like friends with like a slave trading nation.
Correct. They wouldn't be.
Steve, prisoners with jobs.
Yeah, same thing.
So but to put that in perspective, since Bard's Gate is a free city, you do know that like slavery is heavily frowned upon, though not outright illegal. You cannot take slaves, buy or sell slaves in Bard's Gate. But if you had proper documentation from Livnos, where you could prove economically that this person is your property, the government of Bard's Gate would accept that, but they would not permit any type of exchange between owners inside the city.
Oh, so I can just step outside the city if I was an owner from Livnos, came over, oh, hey, I made a trip, here's your guys, thank you for your gold, and then I can leave and then you'd be good?
Like, technically, yes,
Mob justice.
but technically, no.
It's not like 12 miles out to international waters thing you gotta
It's like you could do it, but should you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
not right
I keep
outside.
wanting to
You
get
gotta
off
go
the
like the
program
village
feed.
next door.
Okay.
Keep like trying to get up, but we're recording.
Yeah. Anyway,
Spruce that trick.
so you first approach Elise.
Aye.
Okay.
Oh,
The general.
How tall
I
is
have
she?
my new bird, right?
Yes.
I named him Alan.
You named
Okay.
your
Alan?
bird.
Wait, how'd you get
Yes.
a new bird? What happened
You
to your
sent
old
me
one?
one.
I didn't originally.
The old
I
one
didn't-
died.
The old one died.
How did he know I
Shot
owned
out
it?
of the sky.
It got shot out of the sky mysteriously
And
Wait.
the camp.
in the camp.
Did they ever recover the body?
Hey, where was he when the bird got shot out of the sky?
Wondering why he can no longer sense his bird.
No, not him. Him.
Next to you.
The one. Never mind.
Shot out of the sky.
With a bow and arrow. It wasn't a gun.
Oh, and where were you when this happened?
Standing on the cart, probably eating the bird.
No, he was sleeping at that time.
Yes, sleeping in the cart. Exactly where I was.
True.
Actually, Lou wasn't
The
here. We
whole
should
time.
probably.
No.
No?
So,
He doesn't know what happened, and that's
that
where
time
you
has
wanna
come
keep
and
him.
gone.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You had your chance.
You had your chance to catch up and you chose buffoonery. So, moving on.
Stuff happened.
I didn't.
Stuff happened.
I slept.
People talked. You slept. All right. So, the general tone inside of Elise is that there is some worry from the hobgoblin attacks down south. The town is just above.
A little more.
This is the Dragon Hills.
Yep.
Here's the Haste Canyon.
Yep.
Here is Elise.
Uh-huh.
So there is a general sense of there is some unease concerning the Dragon Hills and what is rumored to be active dragon activity.
Yes, that
Kill them. Kill them all.
Right here.
They do say that, well, from the people that you communicate with, they do say that pretty much no merchant and no farmers or anybody who actually lives here in the town ventures into the Dragon Hills for safety. And because of that, any type of presence there has yet to come north to engage the town. And you would know that the governess is very strict on, there's a mandate from the town saying that if you go there, you won't be welcome back into the town. So it's not like it's off limits to the point of like they'll kill you if you go and they find out, but it's more of like it's a chosen exile. If you choose to go there, you are no longer a representative of the town. And she does that mainly for the safety of her citizens.
Makes sense.
All right?
Why? What
So
would happen
she
if they
said.
came back?
They don't want their scent that the dragons can track coming back to the town.
Kind of an unsaid truce between the Dragon Hills and them, I guess.
They don't want people going to the Dragon Hills to find out how awesome it is there and how oppressed people are in Elise. Because everyone knows dragons are like the coolest people ever, and there's like, you know, rainbows and strippers and,
And they're
hookers.
fair.
Dragons are a bunch of
beer
gold
volcano.
hoarding, scaled a-holes. And I hope they all get skewered.
Well, you know, up
We do
until
have one
one,
that's gonna come
like
out
the
for us
first four
eventually.
parts of that was correct. Gold hoarding, scaled assholes. Yeah, that's totally true.
and they deserve to
but
die.
they've got blackjack and strippers and alcohol.
That's
That's
robots.
totally actually water.
That is
They totally
Warforged.
I'm getting ready to crack the whiskey again. Like, come on, guys.
No,
No, this
I'm
is-
just playing my
That's all
character
his
and his
character. I agree.
chosen hatred
No,
of
I
the
was
dragon.
totally going in character. So,
No,
hold
you're
on.
good. You're good.
Hold
It's
on.
just-
This is the kind of RP that happens when you have a knight of coin who hates dragons and something that whatever that
It's
is,
totally a dragon. Come on.
whatever that post-up
Do you
thing
speak-
is
Is
there.
drunkenness
Oh.
a
Do you
disease?
speak dragon?
Yes,
Okay, just checking.
you should know the language of your enemy.
Yeah, as I figured.
Is drunkenness a disease?
Yeah, it's a disease.
Okay. So,
Wait on you.
is drunkenness a disease?
Yes.
You
No.
mean like being an alcoholic?
Yes. No, like if you are at a point of
Intoxication.
sloshing, does that count as a disease?
No.
Like, I would say it's
No.
poison.
Yes.
Would that make him immune to being of that ever?
I don't think no, because paladins aren't just innately immune to poison. They're innately immune
Words
to.
are.
Disease.
Actually-
No, you get a bonus to your save. Monks, I think, are in druids are at one point are immune to poison.
Actually, there is a point where I become immune to all poisons.
Oh,
Feel free to
then
fact
yes.
check me.
Anyways, so we're kind of done. I suggest we sell the wares so this way we're not pulling around
We can see
loads
Alicia
of
from here.
armor and weapons.
You're in Elise.
Probably a good idea. Lighten up the
Cool.
boats a little bit.
Crazy.
We should sell all this stuff as quick as possible.
No, that's the least.
I'm in agreement.
Okay.
That way, we can go buy stuff with the
That
money we
makes
had
this so
just
much clearer.
achieved.
So, the most prominent building in Elise is the library. It is a massive stone structure that is heavily fortified and defended.
I went straight there.
Here, have a blessing.
Okay, so you go to
I'll
the
let you get
library.
into your
I
thing.
had the
No,
best-
you're good.
So that way you
you
can
go to
sell
the
stuff.
library.
Alright.
Where Yala, what are you doing?
I appreciate it.
Well, don't eat it till you're ready to sell.
Watching over the
The
cart.
blessing doesn't last.
No, the kid.
The kid. Oh, him. Okay, Eric.
So did you just call me the kid?
No, he called Alec kid.
You're
What are
the
you
only one
doing?
that's on
Alex like 12 years old.
I'm bestowing my blessing upon the great crystalline one, and
Okay.
going to find a church of Mithras.
There is no Church of Mithras in Elise.
This is an unholy place.
So I can show you guys the general layout of the town.
Which temples are
He's just gonna ask for word anyway.
You should just take
prevalent
it
in
away.
this
Take your
particular
notes and
town?
put it in the Discord.
I could do that, yeah.
Because after we sell our wares, Van would be seeking out a temple.
I don't know.
Well, they don't have one for Mithras.
That's a shame.
They probably have
In
one for two, though.
Glavir, they have a temple of Freya and of Balbi. I remember
Freya
that
and
much.
Balbi or Balbi?
Balbi.
What up, Balbi?
B-A-O-B-U-I?
Bowbe.
It's
Oh, man.
Popper.
That's the first time I've misspelling also.
Balbi? Balbi.
I believe he's a non-human deity, if I remember correctly.
Chaotic good. Good.
Chaotic, neutral.
I'm not immune to poisons. I'm immune to diseases.
Oh, it's disease specifically.
So I won't get cirrhosis of the liver.
But you'll still get drunk.
But you'll still
But I'll still get plastered.
Cool. That's what I was just curious about. Like,
You
I just can't get.
Well, no, I can still get alcohol poisoning. That's poisoning, not disease.
That's a true point.
But alcoholism
Let's
is
consider
considered a
if
disease,
it
but in
would
some...
be worse.
Well,
in this...
Well, being an alcoholic is a disease, but alcohol poisoning is right there in the name.
Charge of it.
That's poisoning.
Right, so.
But cirrhosis of the liver, that's a disease.
Odin's
like,
pretty
if
cool.
we have 4, things.
But
Balbi.
anyway, if I can't find my local church, I go in search of a
So
horse.
it's not a bad idea in general,
So
but they
should,
would cost more to.
Okay, you would be able to find a horse here.
should we?
Something, you know,
Horses.
something heavy,
I'm just
low
thinking
mileage.
Having an extra.
Maybe a
Certified
combat
gear?
train.
Yeah, like there's carriage wheel.
Yes, they would have a war horse that
Yeah,
you could buy.
so 300 gold, if
I like
I remember correctly.
Should
So
we get 2 or one?
Because of the campaign setting,
8 gold.
there is an adjustment to purchasing outside of major cities, so it would actually be 400 gold. Because there's an increase by 33%.
That whole...
like to roll a diplomacy check to get it down to a normal price?
Sure.
No, I will not worship Chicago.
Chaka!
Shit. Wow. I just
Apparently
watched that
there's a
movie.
bat deity, and he's trying to get me to worship Chicago.
There is.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay.
All right, diplomacy to try to talk this guy down.
I'll play a rogue.
You're out. You're out of
Worship
here.
that bad deity, and I'll call myself Batman.
Oh, no, that's what I watched. I was up on vacation.
All right,
I have, like, satellite
17
TV
plus
and, like,
9
Ace Ventura
sounds like
America on.
26 to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You're willing to, with your stance with the Church of Mithras, you're able to barter it down from 400 to 325.
325. Sold Elysian.
Okay.
Baldy?
What's the town look like?
What was the other deity? The bee
That.
one?
He's pulling it up and he's gonna take a
Balby?
picture and send it to the Discord.
Have not
Yes.
seen Balby pop up in your list here.
It'd be under the beast.
It's in the list, trust me.
I hope it's
Yeah,
in the list.
looks like that. Very green. Rather nice.
Okay,
There we go.
That makes sense.
Wait,
Does it
no.
need a
Amazon Village.
No.
Literally just get 2 more. Like 8 gold.
I did not see Balby anywhere.
I mean, I think so.
He's in there.
Tic Tac.
Maybe it's not spelled with a B.
Yeah, and having extra value.
It could just be spelled weird. Here.
Bum,
You're next on stuff to do. I just bought a horse that I will now refer to as Gorbet.
Should we just say that we sold all the equipment then?
It's the same thing. Tic Tac, click, clack.
Yes, if you're not trying to barter it and you're only using his bonus 10%, you can sell all your equipment for 60% of the book value.
So we can try to barter it up?
You could.
You may attempt to.
It's
God's
also
gonna
really
let me
interesting.
do that?
I already walked off,
Not like this.
so I can't stop you.
No, you can do it. I don't want to help.
I
Okay.
have the same minus as you.
Yes, I can't remember.
The town maps for Elise and Glavir have been sent to the
Was
Discord.
it like a language thing?
Yeah, it's
Screw it.
like one of those
Just for
phrases
simplicity
that
sake, we'll just
you know,
do 6%.
colloquial
Okay.
phrases.
Everyone gets.
Bow.
Oh,
My
BOW.
sister
That's
told
why I was
me
like
to
BAO.
No, BOW.
Yeah.
My sister told me to tell you to fuck off.
Oh yeah, they're best ones.
Noted.
All
Send
right,
her a picture of a toaster and say, look, it's a TV.
everyone, you have 1,307 gold added to your inventory.
1,300?
And 7.
1,300.
Don't hoard it.
Amazon Village.
1,000.
You want that 800 back?
If you don't mind. I've got to donate it.
Oh, but you should distribute it because you don't want it.
I am. That's what the donation is.
Just
Is there a-
know that?
I can't wait for your mouth to crystal over.
Was there a bank?
No, I wasn't being sarcastic on that.
The
I was actually saying your next time.
I'm
Town
not.
and no. There is no
I
bank.
do need to use your pencil.
Elise is predominantly
giving my money
a
away.
large marketplace that the local peasantry come to exchange their goods and to bring their crops in from the countryside.
so there would be no platinum.
No, there's no platinum.
Alright. Now I've got to go buy the cell.
Well, let me rephrase that. The Countess
Merchant shop is saying.
Alicia may be able to convert your money.
I would appreciate it.
Huh?
Baroness.
Tomato, tomato.
No.
Baroness.
No,
It
it's
matters.
No,
It's
you,
fine.
you said governess, countess,
All right.
baroness,
Okay.
some fourth thing.
Well, because you kept arguing with me
I
about
just
the
want
wizard.
everyone to be aware that,
Yes.
as far as I know, a governess is not a female governor; it's a teacher.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
basically a
and
glorified
Reaping
babysitter.
sign?
How do I
Yeah,
find
My
out
brain
the
can't hold
cost
any
of a
more.
level
an
2
all
spell?
pair, if you
So
will.
much learning.
Come on.
Scroll?
Yeah.
But I'm drunk, so who knows?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm working on
Do you
it.
need scroll prices? I already have
I
those
know,
up.
I'll
Yeah.
look that up.
Yeah,
But
level
there's a
2.
conversion here
Hold
I'm
on.
looking for, and it's really
I
simple.
should.
Please and thank you.
I do. Well, those are potions. Hold on. Scrolls.
It converts very
Alright, I
well.
assume wizard scrolls.
Huh?
Level 2, 150 gold
That's how much
pieces.
it costs to cast the spell.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna buy Fox's Cunning.
Plus
There's
33%.
So you said 150?
Is that how much
Yeah,
it is?
so
Yes.
plus another 50, so
Yeah,
200
like
gold.
200.
That's the standard and whatever, and there's a 33% markup on buying stuff here.
There's a 33% markup on buying things outside of a major
I
city.
marked it somewhere.
Okay.
Should be able to-
Gotcha.
should just be able to look up.
Alright, cool.
So they have there is a campaign setting slight shift to the economy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Different regions, different
Okay.
availability.
I can create.
Times
Alright.
levels 1 and 1 times 50.
Does this mean I need to buy a saddle?
We'll say that your horse comes
Spell
equipped.
levels 2?
There is
Cool.
It is
one.
pre-owned.
What's the minimum factor level for cure mana?
Coltrane.
Huh?
I think.
I'm gonna I can craft my own
I think Cure
There's
Moderate-
200.
headband
Yeah, Cure
mass
Moderate is second
intelligence.
level.
Okay, so
But
it costs
I'm gonna
200 for
create it
cure
with
moderate.
the
How much
old
is cure moderate
eyeball.
heal?
that I had from when my eyeballs fell out, and then I grew new ones. That Coltrane fucking
You have
had.
craft wonders?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yes, I have that, and that's why I needed the Fox Cunning, because I need that to craft it.
So 2d8 plus 2.
And just remember
And
that
cure
because
light?
they're both enhancement bonuses, when you cast Fox's Cunning on yourself, it won't stack with a headband.
Correct.
Please do.
How long has it been since I sent a message to my Church of Mithras?
Cure light wounds 1d8.
A month.
5 weeks.
And I've gotten no response yet?
Correct.
So Okay.
They're all
Your
dead.
light costs
Well,
No.
your moderate, which does twice as much.
Was it 5
costs
weeks?
4
I don't know. I can do the
Because
math for you real
because
quick.
you contacted them.
combat
We
sort of
traveled
situation,
for a
it's
month
nice to
with
have
no
longer.
altercations.
But light is way to go.
So yeah, it would just be a month
Yes and no, it's good
because
to
you're only
know.
moving about
Yeah,
200
but
miles.
I was told they'd be
I'd say the
contacted back
bulk
in
of it
2
to recover
weeks.
in between
That's
all
why
that.
I'm
Yep.
Because there were those times.
And you haven't been
where, like,
contacted yet.
We had the slight run of the vampire after we left the camp. From there, it was just a month of
Yeah.
mild undead problems.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I think we
So,
should at least have one.
You're selling stuff. You're aiding him.
or two.
Gauss and Grendir, what are you
I
guys
appreciate
doing?
that. It helped the group.
I am
Be
first
well.
going to go buy 2 new donkeys for the carts.
Okay.
We've had some pretty close encounters, so I'm going to add just. There's enough yoke for both to sit comfortably in front of the cart, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just have 2 donkeys in front of each cart.
We don't have
So
enough
that way, if
minis
one
for
additional
dies-
donkeys.
Yes, we're looking to the future and a very poor.
Spare tires.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the word you used?
I was trying to be a little nice, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Those things that wheels are made out of on the side of carts.
Oh, a spare carriage wheel or something.
Carriage wheel.
Are you
Yeah,
trying to
something
get
like
a?
that.
Why don't you just get a wagon? Like
How
We have wagons.
We have
Well, we have a
wagons.
wagon and a cart. How much would it be to get an updated, like, caravan type?
He wants a
Ca-
carriage,
What
not
about
a
a
cart.
caravan?
Yes.
Hold on, caravanserai?
Caravanserai?
No, caravan.
Look, I know what you're doing,
Okay, a
Blake. I
carriage
can
is
see it.
100 gold.
I wanna have a
You're
little
getting a
fold-out stage.
step-by-step closer
Remember 30%
to a
markup?
dirigible.
Do you know what a
30%
carriage?
eventually,
Do you know what a
yes.
carriage will do?
It's like, yes, see, we
I
upgraded the
believe a
carriage.
carriage is
Flight
just the
conversion.
thing you carry
And
people
But a
in.
flight
Correct.
conversion, yeah.
So a cart's
See, I
better
know
off.
what you.
Yeah,
I can
no,
learn
cart's
levitate.
the thing you carry people in.
Well,
Part
let's
is
see.
what we have now.
Here's an easy
Oh.
way.
No,
carriage
a
is-
wagon is a wagon is what you're talking about. And you want one that's got a
Let's
wax
cheat us
a
on
wax
Seek out a
line,
temple for some healing.
There-
After I sell everything, give
So
them
we
the
need
money.
wagons.
The closest temples
Yes,
are in
me.
Glavir.
Well,
Whatever
There-
one
Temple
speeds us up.
here?
There's very
One
minor
wagon would be
worshipping done in the city
So we have
in the town
a
center,
carriage.
where you can see that there are a couple
We
of
have
idols set
we have
out
2
to
cars right now.
Cars and carriage.
Solanus
We have a
and
I believe we do.
No, we have 2 cars.
Ceres, since they're the primary deities that like farmers would pray to. But there is no priest residing over the idols.
35.
No cleric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you guys are aware, an enclosed carriage is only 100 gold pieces. So we're looking at, what, 130 gold pieces?
I will pay to update
Sure.
the cart to my own private workshop on wheels.
Okay, so if we get a carriage, we're literally just carrying ourselves and none of our gear or anything.
I mean, the roof can hold 200 pounds and it holds 4 people.
It'd also be 133 because 33%.
It'd just be
markup.
better to get a covered wagon.
No, I acknowledge the additional 3 gold, but I was just 130 was close enough for.
Oh,
So
well, you
if
say
we
it's
could get-
33%.
It is 33%, but I wasn't trying to split hairs over 3 gold. When whoever said 130,
Oh,
Yeah, that's 30 gold, not 3.
So do you want to do that, and then we'll. Get
it's
rid of
133,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
not 130.
I said
Oh,
100.
so now you are splitting hairs, you fucking.
I did say 100.
Yeah, drink, bitch. The drunker you get, the faster we die.
I will
Good.
pay to update the one cart myself.
Okay.
And now, are we going to upgrade the other one to a wagon? Like, is it worth it?
Can
So
we
we're
upgrade
gonna
into
have
a
a-
Seraglio on wheels?
What's this? What?
Like, how much are level 3 spells?
I can pay 100 gold.
I need you to elaborate on what you mean by upgrade.
Anyway, we would be able to carry some
I'm
gear
pretty
with
sure
the
the word
wagon.
is
This would just be more for the
No,
people
like-
who
We
want
have-
to ride.
we have a
75
cart.
plus 33%.
I want to upgrade it to a Seraglio.
A
What
Seraglio?
is that?
How much?
That's
He
it.
just
It
want-
sounds like a yes or no
That's
question.
literally-
But what is it?
That leaves me 2 gold.
Read the.
Is it like a really big cart? Is it like a rickshaw?
Yes.
Well,
It
why,
might
how
be
is a
good.
rickshaw a really big car?
I don't. I was saying in the other direction. Like, is it really big? Is it really small? Like, I
The,
don't.
the women's apartment, quote unquote, harem in an Ottoman palace.
Okay, so you just want a palace room.
The harem where all the women are.
He wants a harem. Okay.
Seraglio.
I don't know what that has to do with our cart.
You make the cart into a traveling Seraglio.
Well, look, the only thing you
like
need to do
business
is that.
and coin?
No,
No.
I'm not for this idea.
Blake,
Only
yeah,
because
clack to
you're
the cart.
like, I want to turn my wallet into a studio apartment. Like,
Right.
that's what you just said.
It'll take a big wallet.
Yeah, yes, but that's no difference.
All right. So
between a
you're at the
booty-
library.
What does it
Both
look
in
like?
the library.
What does it look like?
On the inside?
On the outside, like what does it look like on
we
the
have 2
outside
new
going
donkeys.
outside?
Take the top.
Crystal cracked.
But is it like a single tower? Is it
It
like
is-
a grand tower? Like
it made
with
out of wood?
expanse?
It is made out of stone.
Stone.
It is a massive cylindrical building.
Okay.
It has multiple floors. It is primarily made out of reinforced stone and brick.
Okay.
The main entryway is a reinforced gate that opens into a small atrium courtyard that is lavished with olive trees and several flowering bushes to create a relaxing area to read.
Okay. Awesome. I know I would find out like through asking around the town that this is a library. All that jazz.
This library rivals pretty much all the other libraries on the continent. It is,
And I would instantly know this library just for the look of it.
yes, this is almost like the magnum opus of all knowledge on the continent.
I still think you should probably buy your own animal.
Alright,
Carriage. So that way you could have your mobile lab.
What are you here for?
I could always just make an
I'm looking
alchemical
for
doll and pull it.
the people. I'm thinking I would think that this is
Pony,
where they
dude.
would be.
Actually, no, you need
The-
two large creatures to pull a carriage.
The what?
But still, I mean,
The sages.
Yes, the sages are here.
That is exactly why I came.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
if you want a mobile
I'm
lab,
gonna.
you don't want to be profiting your lab.
I'm looking for the librarian.
Okay, so there are a couple librarians.
That's why I pay for it.
They vary in description and age, but they approach you once you come into the building. They hail you as a traveler. Hello, stranger. This is your first time in the library. We do not recognize you.
I don't recognize you
Hi. Yes. I'm looking for the sages. I've traveled very, very far.
Ah,
Very
yes.
long to get here.
Many come to seek the sages. Follow me.
Thank you.
All right. So the librarian leads you. The librarian leads you back towards the center of the main library. You can see that the library itself extends up several floors, and there are multiple different stairwells that lead up and down to go in a spiral fashion up inside the library.
Okay.
On the first floor, in the center, there are three very aged individuals who are residing over just absolutely massive tomes. Just every few seconds, you see them flip the page and continue reading.
Is there a doorway that led us into here, like with that
Nope.
door closed or anything?
There, you don't see any section that is like closed or walled off. All the knowledge appears to be in one area, but you do see like organization amongst the books.
Right, before we approach them, you might want to talk to my mom, kid.
Kid? I'm older than you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I called you kid. That's me telling you kid. You mind if I talk to my mom?
He went to ask
Sure.
you, and then you were busy talking to him
Yeah,
and
we're
doing
not worrying.
something.
We'll just break
And
off
then he
and
didn't
go
come
look
in
at some books,
further
I guess.
that way.
Okay,
He went back that
so
way.
you approach the sages.
Yeah.
One of them, like,
I didn't.
very decrepitly, like, pulls their glasses down and looks to you and goes, "Hail, traveler.
I'm getting it.
Stay a while and listen." I knew that's where you're going to take
Look,
it. Extra
what's in that
credit.
can is no different than what's in that bottle compared to this.
Alright.
No comment.
I heard about the sages.
Yes.
Uh,
How could we be of assistance?
That's the Kraken.
I don't know
No, that's
who I
the
am.
monkey bottle over there.
That's quite a conundrum.
Yeah.
Well, the Kraken is wrong.
Oh, good.
Supposing you
I'm not drinking.
come to us for answers.
That's good. Then I want to
Yeah,
test all the
hopefully not more questions.
All right, well, everyone gets one for free. Everyone after that requires a cost.
Okay.
I mean,
Tell
here,
him, Peter.
I'll fill it
So
up
now
for
I
you.
have to ask questions.
I can't reach.
Another one of them, looks up and says that you can ask a question or propose some kind of query. We're very open-minded. If you're trying to search for something specific, we'll go through the catalogs and acquire all knowledge that we have on the subject and bring it to you. And we can even translate 37 languages for you.
Holy shit. Alright, I get one for free.
Excuse me. I'm
And
sorry.
I will go into the entire story of what happened to me since day one and up until meeting Caden. And I will not tell them the dreams that I have, nothing about Hecate, but just like, hey, this is what I woke up with, and I remember just that falling. I don't tell them anything about the evil shit, just I don't know who I am, I woke up with amnesia. What the fuck happened to me?
Okay? So,
It's a broad question. What the fuck happened to me? Well, when a mommy bee loves his daddy bee.
So, yeah, they say we will have an answer for you by the end of the week. So in about 5 days.
Okay.
But they also, yes, that's a very open-ended question, but everyone gets one for free. So
Thank you, Spider-Man.
return in a few days, and we will see what we can have compiled for you.
Thank you. Turns around and walks away.
Okay? Do you? I'm assuming you regroup with Yawa.
Yeah.
Get everything you need?
Hopefully.
Alright, cool, my turn.
You want me to come?
Okay. So you
Okay.
You
Then I'll
walk up?
start perusing.
You see, you just know everything, right?
Yes. Or they
I
have
just want to point out that the dwarf.
All right? So
Haven't
similar
got a chance to do
situation. You know,
anything yet.
old decrepit man pulls the glasses. Ah, welcome. Stay a while and listen.
You're not
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
We're not very interesting, so it's fine.
I take it you're one of the sages?
Yes, my name is Kakad Dane.
These two wizards, like, what are they doing?
Turns out they're
I
not
would
sages
agree
at
with
all.
that.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
I love you.
Yama Nakamura.
Believe it.
Thank you.
We're like Pickard.
Everyone gets to ask questions here, right? And then we
Yes.
take the afterwards.
Yes, everyone gets their first question for free.
Alright.
Here's a silver coin.
I have a question about the sword fair.
Ah, many before you have come searching the artifact. What is your query?
God damn it. His voice.
I want you to know that's a declaration of war where I come from.
Oh, well, probably.
Yeah.
Person that contracted us was kidding, correct?
Yes.
Is there any way you could tell me the wizard Caden's true wants and needs for the sword fair could be?
No. But we could deduce such ideas. We could probably narrow in on what he wants to do with it.
I'll take that.
I just want to point out that everyone else heard that his first question was, "Is there any way that you could?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Well, the
That's your
question
free
has
question.
been asked.
I mean,
I mean,
They're open-minded.
Okay. I just want to make sure. It's like,
Yeah.
all right. So I can ask any question I want first time free? Yes. Fuck!
The centerpiece is the tower in the bottom picture.
Yes, for
Yeah.
Elise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we
I
avoid
was
this when it
thinking
comes to wishes. I wish I knew what to wish for.
Is that
Oh, no,
was
no.
that what you wish us to search?
We're not getting that then.
if you give me any leads, yes, I would appreciate that.
That we can do.
Alright. How much to get knowledge on something else?
Well, that depends on what you're searching for. Most queries we charge about 100 gold pieces.
100 sounds. 100 gold.
If you require information that's readily available, it could be cheaper, and information that tends to be a little bit more difficult or forbidden, the price may go up. But we will give you a estimate and see if that fits your budget before we agree to search for anything.
Don't worry. I really hate you. Performance check.
The second question or inquiry would be: is there any way to cure an individual of a poisoning, like a crystalline poisoning or a chemical poisoning that would alter
trying to help
themselves?
Ah,
Are you poisoned?
yeah, we could look into that for about 100 gold.
Crystal. He's
Take-
a big crystal.
I give him
Okay.
100 gold.
No, I
Strike it from your inventory.
Oh. So yes.
They're trying to help.
Good. They're about another shit.
All right,
And here's the gold to ask how your day is.
Yeah, good thing they took you.
I didn't go
pretty
there.
sweet. Just made 100 gold.
Alright, cool. High five.
Wait, that's another question.
Oh, he just broke
I-
his hand. He's frail.
Wait, how are you doing? That's another question.
I flicked him another gold.
What?
All right.
It was easy to
You
answer.
owe us 99 gold. We'll keep it on your tab. 10% fee per day.
This is a fair offer. This is a generous offer.
Yes. Yeah. It's a generous
Oh,
offer.
did he give me a time frame for any of this?
We do that anytime.
Or-
Like, this
2 days.
is a
2 days?
generous offer.
I do that all the time. Any chance
I
I
find,
get.
You should go car
Kaden,
shopping.
You know, all right, done. Anything you want to look for? Anything you need?
Shit, I might.
No, I'm just gonna. Are there any of these spell books or what? Like, what kind of books are in here?
These would be like the accounts of chroniclers.
Britannica.
Sure, yeah.
There we go.
There are a lot of books on like translation and regional like topography. Dealings between different communities, historical accounts, far and wide. Yeah, legend lore, that kind of stuff. They would also have records for like this region of Eastern Akados. So like any major account from like Apothalassos all the way down to Bard's Gate. If there was a major event, they would probably know about it.
We'll look up. I'm just gonna spend some time researching Caden. Any names related to Caden, Sorton, anything like that. Just like because this library is different. This is the library, so maybe they'll have better information here.
Okay.
On those guys.
So you start looking through that.
Yeah.
You guys sell all the equipment?
Yeah, equipment sold. We'll do our stuff, but then have a
Yeah.
chance.
Okay. What are you doing?
I was gonna help them.
Yeah.
All right. So you're helping them. Anything else? No. All right.
Wait.
What about you two?
Alright,
All that time to think.
so
I'm looking at spells.
I'm gonna go ask
Alright.
questions.
Okay.
After I go buy some mundane potions of healing. Is that acceptable?
No, you should get the magical kind. They're better.
Mundane,
Yeah.
acceptable, magical potions of healing. Cure light and cure moderate.
30%.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can buy some cure light and cure moderates.
Yeah,
as long as
good
you got the money
long-term,
for it.
adventuring.
Yeah.
I got the money.
And make sure you remember the 33% markup.
I will note that in a minute. I didn't.
Oh, that's
Okay.
But I will. Now, I have a question.
No, you cannot.
Okay, so you go to the library?
No, I'm gonna go buy a map first.
Okay.
Go buy a map of like the world.
A magical map or a mundane one?
A mundane one.
You want a map of the world.
Well, like everything. near
So he wants
me.
that. Of the world.
Of like, give or take 1,000 or 2,000 miles. Everything from encompassing like
Yeah, they're just choking.
Sorton's Tower over there in the north. To that desert wasteland that we're going to find the Sword of Air, and then like say 1,000 miles south of Bard's Gate.
It sounds
Because I need to ask these
Oh, I thought that was
people
the default.
where are the shrines
No, that's pesticide
to
on crack.
Tiamat
That's a
that
boron.
I aim to
Yeah.
destroy.
That's
Mark
not
those
shit.
maps.
That looks a nice flavor.
Okay, so you want
I want
a
it
map
so bad
of
it's really
the
material.
Stoneheart Mountain
Yes.
region. Okay.
That's a good word. Good word. Stoneheart Mountains.
Okay.
Strong. Heart, stone. I like it.
Okay, yeah, you can find a map of the Stoneheart
Oh yeah,
Mountains.
because
Then I bring it to the
gold pieces as
sages
well.
of Elise.
But
And I
you
say,
Okay, 130 gold, 133 gold for the map.
What if you
Done.
got like 5?
That's
Wait,
worth
wouldn't it be less than 500?
A hundred and
because
33
33.
With a small container of it.
That price.
Also, that kind of stuff.
Oh, 100 gold for a
That
map?
The
Yes.
Cartography is
Doesn't matter.
60-foot person. No
So
charging.
I bring it to
And
the
everyone gets
sages
irradiated.
and I say,
it's really
I seek
dangerous.
to aim to destroy all. Damn, what's the word?
Actually, I gotta
Those
make some simple stuff.
shrines to Tiamat, which use my children's remains, or biological bits, as sacrilegious offering to Tiamat.
Okay.
Where are they?
I would
I
like
don't
to
know.
stricken the word biological bits from the table.
Okay,
I have a
so they
Yeah.
look at you and say that
Drink that ice, Jamie.
I draw my knife.
no, they basically just go.
Try again.
It has been a long time since one of your kind has come to us for knowledge, but it is not unheard of. You are speaking of current events, which is divined in a different way, and we will be able to complete this task for you tomorrow. If you wish to have precise information regarding these shrines to Tiamat, you will have to surrender 5,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Wow, that went
How
serious
much
real
is your
quick on
life
that.
worth? That's a free question. You can answer that or you cannot. It's totally up to you.
They don't really seem scared of you. If you're trying to like
Roll performance check?
I feel like that'd be more of an intimidate.
No. Performance.
Diplomancy?
We'll put everything in performance.
Let's
There
be
was
real.
no
He's not
escape.
gonna.
How about
actually do it.
diplomancy then?
Ooh, that's not bad. Alright, hold on. It's not bad.
Dragon should help.
Also, if he's in the library, wouldn't we hear this? Depending on how loud he's talking.
22.
And what do you wanted to do
Yeah,
with
I
this
don't think
performance
lizards can
check?
whisper.
I want to
But they can hiss.
perform a dance of my people. To, show them how intimidating and draconic-like I can be.
So what I'm saying. So what you're doing?
All right, so you do the toothless
Yeah,
dance from
yeah,
How to
He's
Train
doing
Your Dragon.
interpreter.
No, he does walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah,
Alright.
no, I'm going
He's
with
got to
that.
flap his arms too.
I don't know the toothless dance.
It was either that
All
or the
right,
neutron.
so
The truffle shuffle.
The lizard truffle
The
shuffle.
spiral
Alright.
shuffle.
I don't
Steve.
have 5,000 gold. What's your best offer? What can you do me for?
they ask how much
Phrasing.
money you have.
That's so funny. Because 33%, I have like 1,050.
1,300
So-
is what you were given.
Yes.
If you fulfill a Gaius quest
Guess
from
what?
our Lord Alicia,
That's the gayest one.
Lord S, perhaps?
Lordess, yeah,
Baroness.
Baroness Alicia,
You have 2 gay
Governor?
quests?
I have 2 gold.
Baroness.
we will consider the debt paid.
He had
Right,
to give
duh.
me 800 and he had to buy
It-
2.
You, yes, service to the town would
United
they would
Coin,
accept
baby.
a
Don't lend
significant
it.
service to the
Accept
town
a
as
loan.
payment,
Yep.
and you may complete that
Hey,
however
that was
you
an
wish.
interest free loan.
But only upon completion will they would they begin the process.
Right.
I'm gonna get
So-
2,000 gold.
Done that.
Oh, do you want to borrow 2,000 gold?
I'm here.
2,000.
They
No,
direct
hold
you
on.
to the tower.
I have
Wait.
3,000.
I just need to perform a service for the town,
He's the
right?
richest guy in the party.
No, you need to
Significant.
I lent
fulfill
you
a
800.
quest
I just made
for the
13.
Baroness
Still
of
had
the
1,200
town,
left
which
over.
would be in service to the town.
Coin,
Okay,
bitch.
then-
What part don't you get?
And I make my way that direction.
Okay.
I'm going to go buy some
Well, he gave me
health
one
potions.
before, and when I
The
got
2
my
dog
money, I
kicks
paid him
quick
back, and I was feeling a little bit
And
big.
then-
So
Oh yeah,
I might
because
do that
because
again.
because if
And
you
also,
hadn't,
is
I would
there a
have to come
candle
around and
maker
break your bird's knees.
I have
in
all
this
of my.
area?
You can find candles, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to buy 100 of those.
That's an oddly specific number, but
We'll work on
okay.
this later. Just know if you don't pay me back, the reason I'll break that bird's leg.
Is there any?
He won't be able to land. Just be flying around.
I'm asking this because it's a spell item, spell component. It's grave from. It's grave earth. Would I be able to just go to a cemetery and pick up some grave dirt?
Oh, by the way, that's
As a
actually buying
cleric?
You would know that you would basically need permission from the town and the organizer of the graveyard
Because
to
that's
really do
desecrating
that.
I can get some of that for you.
Just remember.
Thanks for
reminding
reminding
me
us
of
that.
the Baroness,
2,000
right?
gold pieces. Around
Yeah.
here.
I'll just head that way.
Okay.
I gotta ask for some grave dirt. Grave dirt. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Oh, and-
Kobolds like me. Of course we got grave dirt, just like laying all over the place.
Wait.
Just like bodies.
I
They're
thought
just
you.
like
I thought
laying in
kobolds were
gutters.
cannibalistic.
Like, that's a
How
graveyard.
long-
Why would you have
That's a graveyard.
graves?
How long does a body have to lay in
For
a
their
grave
tools.
for it to be counted as grave?
That
dirt?
broke.
Is it fresh and dug?
That's an excellent question for the sages. Now,
I've got a question for the sages.
I hate
all right,
the
you can
Baroness.
go to the library.
Oh wait, I mean I actually do have a question, but we were talking about his question of if kobolds are cannibalistic, why do they have graves?
You got to put the bones somewhere.
Bones?
Soup.
No,
weapons.
marrow.
That just boils the marrow
Bowls,
out. They don't actually
tools.
That is
digest.
not my question for the
No,
sages, though.
hold
I
on,
want
I'm
you to
pretty
be sure.
Kobolds would eat the bones, like
Like a dog.
right, like a
Yeah,
dog.
they treat it like because the bones of kobolds are like chickeny. They're all hollow and shit.
Right, probably. Makes
Anyway,
sense.
well, they do have wings and are capable of flight at some
Also
point.
true.
Some of them. So I got to assume it's bird-like bones. Otherwise, how would they achieve flight? Anyway, I have a question for the sages.
All right, so you go to the
Shit, I just
library.
dropped a horrible
An
question for
immaculate
myself, I don't
library.
wonder.
Yep.
You find the sages, several of them tediously poring through some tomes that they've managed to pull from the shelves.
You talk to the kobold, damn. Who has lived the more evil life? Sorton or Caden?
Ooh.
No. Caden. They tell you easily. Easily.
All
Caden.
right.
I mean, you don't get to be that much of a grand stature without committing some sort of evil.
No,
Nor
but
you
the
think-
more evil life. You would think a necromancer would probably be living the more evil life.
Not necessarily. He could be.
Look,
living
I
a
took my
really
free question.
nice life.
I asked my free
Also, we
question.
don't-
I got the
we don't
answer.
know
I
if
was
Caden is actually a
Yeah,
necromancer.
they know that Caden's been through here several times. He's kind of a
Right.
dick. They were able to basically, divine his purpose a few times, though it has changed over the years. Sorton's been here many times and is always a pleasure to have.
I mean,
Alright.
if you can't answer the question, do I get a refund?
Yeah.
They just answered the
Cool.
question, though.
I just handle that's just a regular question. That's not a. Wait, do I have to pay 100 gold for that question?
No.
Okay.
That was your first one.
You're
that's
asking
your
about
second
rules.
That
for
was
the
my
sake-
second one. The first one was Sword and Cage.
This-
The second one was, wait, do I get a refund if you can't answer the question?
That's another question.
Anyway, my
Yeah.
second question of 100 gold coins.
Well,
Where exactly is the
Depends on-
Sword of Air?
okay, that they say is going
Here's
to
your
cost
money
you
back.
a
Have
lot
a good day.
more than 100 gold.
How much?
7.
That would require very powerful divining magic, and therefore it would cost you 5,000 gold.
Let me go get 2,000 gold. I'll be right back.
All right.
Guys, I can find exactly where the Sword of Air is for another 2,000 gold pieces.
2,000?
2,000 gold pieces, and I can get exact location of the Sword of Air.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
'Cause
Whoa,
if they can't answer it, you're going to get your money back.
I have a question.
Exactly. Either I get to know the exact location of the Sword of Air, or I don't.
They'd only be the current one. If someone's holding it, wouldn't it move?
Yeah,
This is
but
all
then they tell me
scattered.
Why
who
are you
has
asking
it.
big
No.
brain questions here?
All right. Well, still, we'll have the last location of it, which is more recent information than you guys currently have
Current
on it.
location? Just do current.
Yeah, but if we find out it's on the other continent.
Wait a minute.
there's, like,
You know what I
other
just
pieces of
realized?
It's still
I looked
more
into the
information
book
than
of
we have
shit.
already.
That's my problem. Location of the Sword of Air. Not seeing it.
All right.
7.
Once again, I didn't sign a contract.
I'll go do my question then.
All right, so you go to
But
the
I
library.
did ask a question for you
Hold
guys.
on. I cast message.
To who?
Roll a DC perception. Do roll a perception check.
Are you in the library?
Yes. I just left the library. I'm leaving the library on the way to.
Dylan, is the contract we have
That'd be a good perception.
Dice, technically?
I actually get
26.
10.
Yes.
I have a 3.
So you
So
pass
I
because the
haven't
DC is 25.
Okay.
Go.
I cast message, and the DC is 25 to have anyone perceive me doing this. So I, in my best chittering draconic voice, not realizing that I'm actually speaking draconic because it's so natural, I try and talk to Van, and I say, "Yo, Spider Brethren miss you. Ask how you can return to us." And I make like spider clicky noises.
But because of my perception, I would notice it was you.
You would notice it's me.
Because it goes spider clickery noises, kobold. Wait,
You don't say that.
you had me up until the spider clickery noises, kobold.
I didn't know that the spiders
back.
spoke Kobo.
No, it's like literally, it's just instead of saying like whatever they would do, he's just like insert spider clicky noises, kobold.
My response
Canon.
back would
Yeah.
be, "Spin draconic," because I know you wouldn't listen otherwise. Of course, soon, brothers and sisters, soon.
All right, well,
Insert
have
pretty noises.
And in his
Because
other
I'm learning
ear,
it from watching, listening
I
to you.
very quietly go, Spider Van, Spider Van.
Does whatever Spider Bag can.
Oh, my side.
So I go to the sage, oracle. What's the title they're using?
sages.
Sages. All right.
Ah, yes, another new adventurer.
God damn it.
You know, I
Sure,
knew
they
the
were
word
wild.
Self-sword,
self-sword,
but all right. I seek the lost city of Sen.
Ah,
I know there is a tome that could lead the way. My question is simple. Where can I find an item or person that can guide me to that city?
You seek the Shaga Sapondium.
The what?
How did you come up with that so fast?
That better not be in that
Did you
actual
actually have
book.
that? Like
He
that-
sticks his hand out for 100 gold from you.
That better not be in that book.
What's it called though?
Shaga
The
Stipendium.
Shaga
Just said it.
Sapondium.
I was gonna write.
You're
it down.
welcome for remembering.
Oh,
that.
you'll know
You don't
the
actually
shag
have how to
that
spell it, do you?
I need to look up how to spell it because it's weird.
Shaggis.
Is it actually a thing?
Yes.
Stipendium.
It's
He
part
knew
of the,
someone
it's
was
part
going
of
to
the
ask this
quest.
question. I think he's like, I gotta have that ready.
Sepenidian.
Alright, yeah.
SHAGH
I wasn't even close.
No.
ASPONDIUN.
Shagasapandian?
Shagaspondium.
Shagasapandian.
You seek the Shagaspondium.
Take this in case you suffer from
Is that
How do
Shagasapandium.
you leave?
The
once it's
rhino
no longer- it's no longer
leather
functional?
tome.
Ah,
heard
it
it's-
is in fact a tome of great power and knowledge. Many have sought it before, as they believe it is tied to the rituals and mysterious vanishing of the lost city of Zen.
Then nothing
Competition.
dealing with the story
Great.
there.
Is it information about the book you seek?
All I know, I've been told this the book would lead me to the city of Zen.
As
The
it would.
rituals lie in the book, I don't really care for
You
personally.
don't know anything.
Just the city itself I see. But I know it's
Right,
lost,
and you're-
so asking you,
Fucking Captain America.
how do I find that city would probably be a silly question.
The book will lead you to the city,
Yeah, no.
though the book
Maybe
itself is
fascinating.
also lost. The
It's
first
kinda
step to
like
finding the city is to
Taking that
find the
part.
book.
That's why he's on his little journey here.
You must
Basically ran away from the doors.
understand that this book could be anywhere. And by anywhere, we mean anywhere.
Also a lot of dragons.
Anywhere.
In order to divine its location, we would need 5,000 gold pieces.
Mm.
Seems like a pretty set price there.
Yeah. We're gonna come back and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, well with interest that's now 10,000 gold pieces.
Well,
Well, I've lost interest.
I'm afraid I don't have that much money, but you still gave me a step in the right direction.
We could combine all of our wealth and waste it all on one question.
No.
Just like 6 of us.
But in
We could totally
case
do it.
One question.
I come close to the value, is there a favor that the town could seek
Well, I'm
that
sorry,
would pay?
6 of you.
Ah, yes. Well, we've already offered payment in the form of service to one adventurer today already, and thus we would not be able to accept payment in that form for another month, as is our agreement with Alicia.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
With that, I leave. I actually have to proceed to find a person to oversee graveyards and get my own sample of graveyard dirt.
Okay.
Oh, you just went and got it?
DM question.
No, I'm gonna go look for it.
You can go steal.
Caustic potion.
Oh, yeah.
There's this thing that you like can't do but
Blake,
there.
what was the cost of your cure lights and cure moderates?
Yeah, I
The
saw
costs?
that. I see that a
I
lot.
think it was 50 gold for cure lights.
What is the level for Cure Moderate again?
I used to
Level
play-
Cure
2?
moderates two, yeah, 2.
Unless you get a paladin.
We
to do
already
it,
went
that's
through
level
this. A cure moderate wounds is 200 gold. A cure light is 50.
ooh. Potion costs. A level 1 is 50.
Yeah.
Level 2 is 300
200.
per the Pathfinder SRD.
Well, you
Yes,
could
but
do
once
that,
again,
except
we're
my book
buying the
says it's
paladin
200
ones,
right here.
not the cleric ones.
The Paladin one's 400.
No, the paladin one is one lower.
No.
It's a level 1 spell for the paladin, I thought.
Yeah, but they don't get it until a much higher caster level.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 300 before the 33%.
Okay, yeah,
So it's
no, it's
300.
200 before the 33% because I have it right here in front of me.
For a
It's-
level 2 divine spell in potion form.
Yes, which takes minimum level 2 to cast. Spell
3.
level times caster level times 50 is the potion cost.
Caster level 3 to cast a second level spell.
You
yes.
lied to me.
I apologize.
Damn clerics always lying
So
and
300
healing
would be the
people.
correct price for
No,
a level 2?
no.
What is the time in the
Spell
recording?
level times caster level.
we have
3
Yeah,
times
a minute before we gotta
2,
take a break.
Okay.
6 times 50
I just
is
wanted to make
300.
sure.
300 is the correct price.
Okay, then
I
the
apologize.
SRD is correct. That's good to know because some
I'm
things are a little
terrible.
wonky on there.
Pretty funny though.
Yeah.
So that answers your
I'm a
question.
terrible
Now it'd be 100 gold, please.
So, yeah. So,
I
300
will
before
be
the
shelling
markup.
out. Will be shelling out 100 gold for 2 potions. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not buying one.
I just go look for graveyard dirt.
Okay, you guys can find graveyard dirt. It's fine.
It's a component.
I
I
understand.
got gypped last time. I gotta make sure it's legit this time.
I understand you need it. You can
Yes.
get graveyard dirt.
Okay.
Am I the only one imagine him walking into a graveyard, seeing somebody being currently buried, and going, ah, perfect.
Yeah, that's our MO.
Question.
Ashes to ashes, dust to. What are you doing?
So if I have a 3rd level spell scroll, I can copy the spell into my spell book. I won't be able to cast that spell from my spell book, but I can use that one now that I don't need the spell scroll anymore. I can cast it like that.
When you copy a spell from your scroll into the spell book, the scroll is consumed.
Oh, okay. That's
So you can save it. You can transfer it now.
already done. Yeah, it's already gone.
Okay, so then in that case, it is in your spell book, but you cannot prepare it until you meet the prerequisite level.
Which is actually
Wait. Like, completely seriously. What was the name of the region of the map that I'm on?
Stoneheart Mountains.
I need to know.
My home.
I'm gonna write it down this time.
I come
He's
from
been
South
drinking.
Stoneheart Mountains.
Yeah.
Is there any other
Water.
question for the break you guys wanted to do, right? Because we're at that point.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and take a break, and at the end of the break, we'll reconvene with everybody going to Alicia's tower and discussing things with the local leader.
Okay, correct that.
Welcome back to Drunk D&D.
Don't say that right off the start.
3 minutes.
1, 2, 3.
Bill Brasky.
All right, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Saturday Night Sellswords, episode 13,
Part 2.
part 2. The gang goes to Elise.
Take 3.
All right, yeah, take 3. So
How full was that originally?
I don't remember.
It was like near the.
I mean, I've given a lot of it away. It's not like that's all me.
Before you came over.
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was
All right,
towards
so-
the neck, but not quite.
But you were saying that you have a proposal for the last free question?
Oh yeah,
I
I
love
did have a
social
question.
encounters.
Well, I see.
Remember when we were talking to
Tyr.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was blocking the information that we were trying to divine?
It was about the sword?
Yes.
Which question?
I think it was
The
about-
questions that were returned with, I can't answer that.
Yeah, I recall those questions. Like,
Oh,
they
the
couldn't
one
pinpoint
like
it.
who was holding?
Who had current possession of the sword?
Yeah.
Rings a bell.
But Tyr couldn't answer that for reasons unknown to us.
Legal reasons, but yeah.
Well, that's not my question too. So technically, we have 2 questions.
Yeah, geez. Anyways,
So,
we could ask the
Technically,
sages
they never answered my question.
who or like what entity or whatever was blocking that.
Where
So-
are we?
So
Hmm?
my only
You guys
my
are
own
within the
thought-
town. You guys can meet up and chat. It's fine.
my
Open
only thought to
exploration.
that question is, what if it was the will of Tyr themselves blocking that information, not an individual?
Alright, hold on though. Like, meta though. Like, I've already left. Who is actually there with you, said Alyssa?
I'm not asking the question to the
Okay.
sages
Okay.
yet. This is a.
a
I'm
group-
with
We're
the
all
party
together.
Just
This
making
is
sure.
later on.
Yeah.
because
Lose-
I have the
yeah.
last free question.
Well, I
basically.
thought you had spent yours, but yeah,
Or-
you also
yeah,
have
I'm
one.
done.
But that would
Technically,
be a
you
good
didn't answer
follow-up.
mine,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
what if the sword itself has protections that can't be divined on even by...
That's
And
also
that might be
is
something
that
the
sword
sages
is
know.
sentient enough to cloud itself from prying
Well,
eyes.
yeah, the reason I say that is because if the question is who was blocking information,
They could say the
it
sword
could be the
itself,
kid's sword,
and
or they
that
might
would
say,
be-
we don't know because it's being blocked.
Well, so the sages are not using magic to give you your answers. They're going through actual physical history and looking at information. So if there are accounts of the sword having that type of power,
Then they'd be able to clarify.
they would be able to clarify that to you.
Good to know.
They would also be able to tell you, with the sword in question, what other parties may or may not want information about the sword being
So they
spread.
have no divine method of divine and/or / magical method of acquiring information. Merely.
They do have the ability to.
Okay,
but-
that's what I was.
Yeah.
But they usually use the information
Right.
first.
Yeah,
I
they
was
use
just
physical
wondering
information.
Whether they can.
Okay, actually,
Yeah.
going off your question, we don't know the name of... Do we know the name of the person who was said to have it last? I don't
No.
recall.
Yes, Akabakar.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
I
could
remember that.
try that avenue, but if Caden's been here multiple times, that would have been asked already, I assume.
Yeah, he could have known where he could know.
He never knew that name until
Oh.
Alec found it.
True.
Then that would be a new avenue, so maybe pursuing that might
Okay.
lead us.
Good lead.
So where?
Big brain thoughts.
The resting place of
Actually, big brain thoughts.
Well, is he dead?
See, that's another
How
question you could
we
ask.
don't know how regular that
I'm pretty sure it's that.
Caden has been scrying
But
on
I
us
mean, if
if
you
he's
have a
able to
sword
scry
that
on us, which we
isn't
assume he
like
is.
Yeah.
We can assume it, but
It's just
What
immortality.
if we pick
You
the
could, but
off
didn't.
day to gather this information or get this
I mean, they're already
information,
killing things.
You ever
and
you ever seen
he's
this game?
scrying on us while we're getting this information?
Like, there's
I
fun.
mean, technically,
What
any
we-
information on the sword we're supposed
what we
to
know about
report back
scrying
in
magic,
anyways.
would we know if we'd been attempted to scry on, or we would have felt it, or
Do you roll your spellcraft?
And it wishes at least.
oh no, it's gonna be 15.
Hmm?
15.
You would have no idea. You not that they're scrying on you or not, but you don't know enough about scrying magic to answer the question.
Gotcha.
Do you know about
I'm not familiar
Also,
with divination magic.
He's a fairly calculating individual. We've seen that from all of the stuff that we've figured out so far.
Yeah, but you're also playing things a lot of importance on us as a group to
Well,
for
I
him.
can't remember his name.
I mean, importance on information gathering is almost vital for anything you do in warfare and outside.
That's fair.
So, if he's gathering information, if he wants information, and he often he scries on us and gets the information, he can just plan accordingly with that.
But you don't know what days he scries on you if he scries on you.
And if he's scrying on us,
That's what you want.
I'm pretty sure he's calculating enough to know
Just
that
let
he's
me
not
know.
scrying on any of the spellcasters in the party. So he'd be scrying on Kobold or me.
Gotcha.
Big brain thoughts.
He's a sorcerer. He is a spell.
Oh, so if he was
You're the only non-spell caster.
odds are if he was going to scry on an individual, he'd probably be scrying on me because I don't know enough about magic and understand magic to any finite point that
Well,
I'm a ranger with the dog.
I mean,
You do, druid.
he would probably avoid scrying on
you've
those
seen her
two.
cast spells already.
Their mental defense seems better.
Well, you've seen
Druids
druids.
cast spells?
Yeah, she said she's a druid.
I mean,
Actually, did you say you're a druid to us? Do we know that actually you're a druid?
That's why I was calling her. That's why I was calling her a ranger. I was
Also,
being
you,
nice.
Okay.
also she's cast healing magic, and we've visibly seen her cast healing magic. in front
Well,
of us.
so what? So do clerics and rangers. I have some healing abilities.
Exactly what I just told.
But
I mean,
either
I got
way-
lay on hands.
Either way, her and Grendir would be least likely to be scryed on because they seem more have better mental defenses.
Okay, so again,
I won't lie.
that
I'm
would,
suck.
again, that would lead to if anyone's going to be scryed on,
It'd probably be,
me.
and that's fair. And you may never know you're being scryed on, but I still doubt that. Like constantly, maybe occasional. Like, what are those guys
again,
doing?
Yeah, but again, if we somehow are starting to gather information on an off day, like today, he came just like, let's see what they're up to today.
It's fair. And
He gets information, and then he can roll
What
with
do
that
you mean
information.
an off day?
Some days he's not scrying on us. Some days he is. So
We would know if he's scrying on us, though.
either way, he's pursuing his own lead.
not if it's
so-
me.
We would know.
And if we
He wouldn't scry on you guys.
if we do
He's
find
smart.
this, he,
Exactly, he's calculated.
Yeah.
You could even, well, I was going to say you could even do it on the bird, or would it work on the dog?
New bird.
It still could, though. And he could scry on the
So,
So
top.
yeah, even if you had
you
a
want.
feather from my old bird, it wouldn't count.
So yeah,
because
he
I have
could.
new bird.
He has two possible scrying targets at all times.
But he's like a level
Possible.
21 wizard.
Because he's a wolf.
Because he's a wolf.
Possible.
Yeah.
Plus 10 DM XP.
So again, things to consider.
yeah. But I mean, if we don't pursue avenues, and
Well, obviously.
we're gonna just be wandering around. I get the concern and we should be cautious, but honestly, if we don't get any closer, I doubt he'll be even worried, even care about us.
I mean, honestly, the thing I think we should get off of is the Gaius you put on us from the contracts.
There was a guy.
Us?
What?
What, you got a mouse
for
in
the
your pocket?
contract. Everyone signed a contract, right? Magically? Remember? Then we got paid for it?
I didn't sign shit.
Not you. I was going to
I don't
say,
think we
you
got
did.
paid for it, did we?
Yeah,
We
we
got a-
did. We
we got
got paid up front.
$150.
We got
bonus.
we got a small pay on to go be a decoy, and if we can gather information, so be it. But otherwise, just be a decoy.
Because I looked over the documents in the beginning, and I found that they were,
So-
perfectly fine, but they also
so I-
had magic linked to them.
I
So-
propose.
So we all are under Gaius. But
To
what
some
was
extent.
the exact phrasing for it? It was.
We were to gather information and report it to him.
But what were the restrictions?
We're
I'm
not
saying?
sharing
We weren't
We're
able
not
to.
to share the
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
We've
I
already
had more
broken
than
it.
I could cover.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
No.
Yes, we have. We shared information with him.
Share with the wrong people.
We haven't shared anything with him.
I think the thing
He
was
could
not
be
to
a
share
wrong
with
person.
Soren.
You have shared information.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
I could be a
I
secret
didn't.
spy for Kate.
Again, yeah.
I didn't
You mean
know.
Sworden?
Or both.
Or both.
Both.
He is a knight of coin.
He isn't. Yeah.
What information did we share?
I'm a mercenary.
Everything related to what we're doing and why
Yeah.
we're doing it.
And that way he can
Well,
operate at
last
full
week?
capacity with us because he
What?
doesn't know what's going on.
Was that last week?
That was last week, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm in the clear then. I'm standing sentry.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
the only
I was
person
just
that
walking
hasn't
around.
technically broken contract is Lou. Because he likes to sleep a lot.
Well, I don't even know where I was.
That's
I
his
was
last
on the
statement.
cart.
You were with us.
And he shouldn't break the contract. I was the one that actually told him it was Caden and the Sword of Air.
Alright, so the
Yeah.
only few people that have broken the contract, actually 3 people, are
But has anything occurred to
Van,
you?
Alec, and Yawa.
Well, not broken, just
Shame.
violated.
And we haven't had any repercussions.
And we haven't had any repercussions yet.
Asterisk.
Yeah. However,
So-
I
That
think
you
though
know of.
to refocus. I mean, it's your question, however you want to go about it, but I think pursuing the location of the resting place for that night would probably be the easier question to get a more straightforward answer.
Akabakar.
Yeah, because we might, like I said, if we asked about the sword specifically, it'd be a try again later kind of response.
No, if
Outlook.
you give me 5,000 gold.
Not so
I
good.
respond.
The person
so
you are
good.
dialing.
Dear spellcaster, is
Yeah.
Caden a bad guy?
Well, I just don't have one of those.
We already got that information.
I'll go pick one up.
I used to have a magic 9 ball.
So,
Because it was weird.
You just weirded him out for a moment.
But yeah, everybody else had an 8
Issa
ball.
and Grindy are gonna go ask their questions.
Yeah. Should we ask about the tomb? Would that just
No,
be the...
should, you're going there. You tell us what you should ask.
There are other ways other than
Look,
coins.
dude, all you
To
really
get a
need to
question answered.
ask is how do
Other
we
than
kill more
money?
dragons?
Yeah. I mean, he was able to accept a Geese quest.
Guys.
Gaius.
It's right there by your elbow.
Geese.
Yeah, I'll ask about the tomb. Maybe just as straightforward to find like the last lead we know of.
Wait,
You're gonna, I need you to phrase the question.
Where's the tomb of
Oh.
Akabar?
Akabakar.
Akabakar.
We're asking about a clone now.
Yeah.
No,
Drakkar
Aka,
Noir.
Aka?
aka Bakar. Also known as Bakar.
I would like to find out about Drakkar
That's a great call.
Noir and Aquavelva.
Okay.
So, in character,
So-
where's the tomb
Go
of
ahead and shoot.
Akabakar?
Hold on. No, he's asking a
Okay,
question.
so you go to the library, and you
oh, I
approach the sages.
And they stab
Ah,
you.
hail, traveler.
Hello.
You cut to the chase, or you trying to schmooze him a little bit?
I mean,
You just walk in like, "Where's the tomb of Akabakar?" Like,
Oh, no, that's God.
Where is
no,
the
it's-
bottle of Aquavelva?
We have time. I was like, hello, I'm Grendir. I have a quick question if you don't mind.
yes,
Slowly
Grendir.
unzipping.
My name is Kecker
But not
Dane.
moving.
Stay a while and listen.
Pecker Dane.
Well,
Alright, you remember that
You seem
XP you just
very-
gained?
you
Just
seem
lost.
very inviting, sir. Well, we're
Phrase them.
looking for a certain sword, and the last holder was a man named Akabakar. Would you know of his resting place?
Yes.
Yeah, in the ground.
It seems that the Sword of Air is quite a popular topic today.
And that's when he sees all of us.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
Just
it's
peek around
you,
the corner.
Fox.
I see you've met us.
He knows us. He knows
Yeah.
I
all
was
the
quite
us.
nice to you.
Glad he's
say-
gone through the whole party already.
Yes, yes.
Nope, not all.
Almost.
Well,
Yeah,
as
he's
we-
got
Trained
through-
on.
I was
You're
gonna
calling
ask
We've-
a
out the
question,
fox.
but you just went with us. I was like, okay.
We've been pulling the tomes concerning the events surrounding the Sword of Air. And yes, we have a few rumored locations for the resting place of Akabakar.
True. Is there how many have you found?
That's another question.
That's one.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
assuming-
they're open-minded. You know, they're willing to clarify all that stuff.
Yeah.
This isn't like the divine magic of like
I was just.
it's just
it's
one
fine.
word, one answer. Like you know, they're
I was hoping, yeah,
So,
I was hoping
they
to
say-
find some people sometimes.
deep within the Stone-Hot mountain range. There is a old glacier path that has formed a lake. And so, here,
Oh,
Literally the only white part near the
Yeah.
mountains.
you don't say.
That doesn't look
White
like a frozen
part.
lake.
Is it glacial pass or glacial?
An old glacial wound in the mountain pass that has formed a lake.
Okay.
We should try to heal it.
And there is a place called Shengatha Plateau.
Shengatha.
Let me guess. SHENGOTHA.
Yeah.
Phonetics.
We do not know where exactly, but some rumors point to that location.
Which one?
Much farther to the north is a lake known as Tol Cristal.
Like the
Sounds
champagne? I was
No.
gonna say, toe crystals? I know a guy that has that problem. Maybe you could help him.
It's spelled
Did I say
T-O-H
Ice Tavern?
K-R-I-S-T-A-E-L.
Okay,
Oh, there
I'm
we go.
looking right there, trying to read what it
Total
says because I
style,
can't
right?
see from this distance. I think it says Ice Tavern.
Where are you looking?
Ice Tower.
Where it dips
The,
into.
the bottom of the
Ice Tower.
Ice Tower?
Ice Tower.
That's the route we should take. Because we shouldn't go through these
That
mountains.
is
with
also a
dragons.
place, Tol Cristal.
Dragons are on the other side.
How close is this
Well,
to
no.
desolation?
Remember,
May I-
we're right
may I
here,
ask?
and they don't go over
To the
here because of the
desolation?
The
dragons.
desolation.
Nowhere.
No,
Off
down.
coast.
The,
On the opposite
Dragon
side.
Hills
the
are down
desolation's here.
Okay.
It would probably be a few hundred miles west.
Dragons
All
are
right,
here.
so now where
Yeah,
are the
dragons are there.
dragons?
Right
I
here.
don't care about that.
Okay, so yeah, we can take the straight route then,
So
but I don't want to go
I
through
only
here.
asked
Dragon
that
Hills.
because there's
So
also
the
a
points are
fortress up
here,
in them
and
there
here.
hills.
Okay,
That also goes along the way.
I'm actually strategizing.
So,
So am I.
those are the two rumored places of Akabakar. He was a sorceress king who, at one point, wielded the Sword of Air. For this we know is true.
Too strong.
What kingdom did you rule with? If that isn't another question.
Sen.
Oh.
Duh, duh, duh.
Well.
Well, he was a poor ruler then.
Was he a poor boy?
He drove it into
Poor-
the ground.
Poor family?
He was a
Okay.
sorcerer.
Are you sure he's dead?
Well.
Or did he get...
some great information.
Yes. We hope that information serves you well.
Hopefully it does. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your patronage.
That'd be Georgia Gold.
Well,
Question?
Yeah.
First one's free.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah, everyone gets one.
Yes.
Tell him, Peter.
How much would you
Do.
The question every Jew would ask themselves.
Here it is.
Why isn't your dog have armor?
He does have armor.
Oh, what
Better
kind of
armor.
armor?
Maybe with spikes on it.
He needs
Yeah,
another
with
feat
razors
slot
on it.
to go from light armor to medium armor proficiency.
Ah, so we should put spikes on the light armor.
What about razors? The people
Well,
like
there's
to-
actually a thing for spikes in the armor section of
So should I ask my
Pathfinder.
other question?
Cool.
Or
Sure.
Should I ask
That's
my
fine.
top
You ask whatever
question?
question you want, babe.
Oh no, it's so much pressure.
We got it.
You also don't. You can also like not ask a question. That is
Don't
perfectly.
ignore
Yeah, we're
the
not, like,
DM
leaving
trying to
immediately.
deceive you.
I'm just saying you could save him for another day. Like you may end up finding out a whole bunch of shit about the
And
Sword
then
of
coming
Air.
all the way back
and then coming-
thousands of miles to the
I mean,
Elise.
because Alec could also
You could
ask
do
other
that.
free question.
I mean, by
We
that
asked
point, you guys
about
could probably
that.
just teleport here.
We can
I
do
mean,
that.
I could teleport there. I don't know how you guys.
Where the hell are all the dragon?
Kill out.
It's the great Pathfinder cleansing.
Where's the group that's following us? That could be a question.
What?
Also,
First
not
question.
something that's noted in history, so they would need to
Alan's
divine
question.
it,
Right,
which is.
but why do we all think people are
Not
following
Alex.
us?
Why don't I have a
Because
bigger
there's-
question?
There's someone
We're a
supposedly
decoy,
following
so there's supposed to be people following us.
Does
All
Alan get a
people
question?
do a good job.
Hmm?
Does Alan get one?
We've been telling people that we're
No.
Caden.
You should ask them for the designs for it originally.
Didn't we tell people you were
They
Caden?
might actually have a library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. I have to live up to my cadence status.
Yeah.
I need to find a clothier.
So wait, did everybody come in?
Next time.
while-
Yeah,
Is that question
we're like peeking around the corner that he's like, oh, those fucks. So we're like, okay, it's,
Yeah, like there's just
The
a line
jig
of
is
heads
up.
from bottom to top.
Obviously, the tallest people are on the bottom, and the shortest people are on the top.
no, it's all mixed up.
Go! Stop standing on my freaking back!
No, everybody's on top of Gauss. That's how that
Oh
works.
god.
He's
I am big. Smile.
My lungs have collapsed.
He's just squashed into the ground.
But you can't tell because he's speaking Draconic and you don't know that.
Please get
But I have no idea. What
Yeah,
saying,
he's
so
just
it's
like, he
fine.
says he's fine. Keep going.
swollen.
So, you got a question there, Buckaroo?
Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Did that sage just flirt?
What is the purpose of the Sword of Air?
Hold, no.
We already knew that.
Puppy gets
We know what the
answer too.
purpose of it is, or we know what people want to do with it.
Back in the Asher class.
We know rumors about it.
Yeah, we know
Just not-
rumors,
just
but
not
we don't know
that would
facts.
What?
Do I have those?
They're asking if Asher gets a question. And I said his intelligence is probably not high enough for that. I
Asher
feel
asks,
like it's
I'm just waiting for it.
Asher asks, why does my butt taste so good?
No.
Because
Alright,
it tastes
yeah,
like what
no,
she
that's
eats.
canon. I'm going with the DM on this one.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Asher would ask. Puppies.
If you
That's
wish,
what they do.
but if you
I
wanna-
got it.
Find your good dog.
Where is the Druid Guild in this city?
Where else? Where they hire all these
Oh, it
kids?
hurts.
But if you want to save your question, you could.
Yeah. Send
Yes.
him a
Sage
letter.
it for later.
Did you just sage it for later?
And you tell me my.
No.
It's the whiskey, I'm sorry.
You tell me.
Oh god.
Yeah, they did deny the web developer one.
Yeah, and that web developer was genius
That was a
compared
really good
to
one, yeah.
sage it for later. Did you just pun, motherfucker?
Did on
And-
camera.
Yeah,
drinks
yeah.
more
You
whiskey.
better watch the taste out of that from your mouth. I am drunk too. I admit it.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
Oh, man.
Fuck you.
Alright, let's go to the Baroness. Let's go.
To
Anyway.
the Baroness?
Well, hold on, no, wait, before we go to the Baroness, I had another question.
Not
I
asking a
wanna ask.
question.
She's not asking a question.
No, she's
You know
not
the
asking
answer's
any
gonna be
question.
no.
I do.
We'll make
I don't
those
have any
peppers.
money.
Issa Jr.
I
You have
need
2
to
gold,
know.
right?
Intelligent, so
And it's
we
not a
got
very
question
hard
too.
question.
Okay.
I'm
Where
totally
can he
talking
get it
about Asher.
own?
What's the
I
Baroness's
got
favorite
that. I was
flower?
like Issa Jr., but
Close
it's a
enough.
dude.
The orchid.
So, it's a Issa, could be a gender
Do any of us
neutral
think-
name.
And I don't have any money to pay,
It
but I'll
It could be.
work for
It's a
it.
You have
nickname.
3 gold.
It's not the full name.
At
He has
least-
other
I feel like
skills
just
he
a
can
gold
Yeah.
question.
No, it's
Okay, one
just
gold
so
question.
you're
Like,
you're
if
kind
you
of far to the
want to
north, so
merge
they tell you that the bud of a juniper.
Is that a common flower now?
Yeah, I mean the juniper berry, is a kind of a northern berry, so it's just a small bud, but a whole branch of them is kind of like what you would have to give her, almost like an olive branch.
Oh, I'm not going to give her one. I'm going to make sure that I'm wearing one when we go to meet her.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, good on you.
I'm not giving her one
Yes.
Okay, that
You're gonna
it's like a gold piece. To them, that's common knowledge.
Well, I don't know if that's her favorite flower or not, so.
So yeah, so
I actually have that.
I'll ask another question.
Okay.
Now I have
one
gold piece.
Point to myself and simply just ask them,
Should I give her the
who could I seek to assist with my condition?
I'm gonna give her the flowers. Maybe it might work. You don't know.
so they kind of look over you for a moment, and
I pull down like bracer to show part of the skin actually just being.
yeah, and they say that south of here in Bard's Gate there is a prominent alchemist's
Nope.
guild. Oh,
Talked to him already. He was useless.
okay. Well, I guess the closest individual other than our leader would be an archmage by the name of Sorton, south of the Dragon Hills.
But
Why don't we just clarify where Sorton lives?
We already did.
sure, that's answers my question as usual.
He's
So they
right
charge you 5 gold for that.
I will gladly pay that. Thank
Right?
you.
He's right there.
Well, that's where his tower lies.
Oh.
Same thing.
He could be
I'm
in,
not leaving
may
my
not be.
tower.
We don't know.
He could be traveling.
Yeah.
I say at this point, unless you guys have any questions, we should go see the balance.
Yeah, we should go see Elise so I can complete my gears.
I will actually make a little bouquet of flowers for her.
Okay, so you spend like a gold piece
Mhm.
getting together
My
a
last
bouquet
gold
of
piece.
junipers together.
Yep, my last gold piece.
You guys go. I wanna talk to the sage. a little bit.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
guys
stick
head
around.
to Alicia's tower. It's very decorative, very immaculate. She has a couple of attendants working down on the bottom floor. They motion you in as you all kind of pile through the front entrance. For the most part,
Carry me, my servants.
Well, how about for the sun part?
let's see.
Maybe about regular height.
I had these tabbed for a reason.
Hey, you don't run
I was wondering, I saw all these little
I can't
notes in there,
imagine
but it's like, I found any of them.
There we go.
Lou, get a saddle for
We didn't
your
ask the
cleric.
right questions. that's
Yeah,
why.
right.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, that
go
wasn't
figure.
Tab that.
Give them the chance to get whatever they want. They're just like,
So,
And I
it
don't
looks
think
like all of the attendants are female. At least the 3 that are down here that approach you. They introduce themselves as Joyce, Sabrina, and Sarah. You can tell that they are all
They're witches.
they are clad in wizard attire, so they have components and things like that. You know, in satchels, potion bottles, kind of hanging off of them. They seem very open and friendly. They, motion for you to come in. They have a couple of tables down here at the base of the tower for people to come in and do business, and they ask, are you all together, or is this individual business?
we're together.
A little bit.
For the most part.
I'm there with
For
my
the most
followers.
part, yeah.
All right, please sit. They call a couple of men-at-arms who inside are acting as guards to bring some food, and they step upstairs to what you can see is kind of like a more lounge setup, and they start gathering some drinks and food, all that kind of stuff to bring down to you.
Sorry,
I
I had a
tip the
table.
guy 5 copper.
Okay, mark it from your inventory.
Is there like a head table where she would be sitting if she comes down here to
Don't
see us?
spend it all
Yes,
in one place.
and you can
That's
see
the
that they
idea.
sit like adjacent to it. Nobody sits in the chair.
I'll place the flowers near there.
Okay, they kind of look at it for a second and look at you.
You got it.
Token of gratitude for.
I'm sure she will thank you if she decides to join us.
You
If
better
she
roll an
decides.
20 on this wooing check.
Is she busy at the moment?
She
might
is.
Well, she does.
be. You don't know.
Oversee
It's her
the city.
town.
Strong, independent woman.
Strong and don't need no cobalt. We'll change her mind on that.
I'm still trying to figure out why you even bought a saddle for your cleric.
I gotta go back to town to do that. I'm only 3 foot, and he just told me he's 3'9". That's perfect saddle, different size there.
Yes,
There's medium-sized saddles.
Jacqueline.
I don't think under no condition do
I'm gonna
you
need
need to
that
wear a
saddle.
saddle.
Look, the best part is you don't even need handle animal.
Okay, again, I don't think Grindir would.
I
You
thought
don't
you were.
think
I thought you were a dwarf for the people.
Yes, but not.
Don't you wanna be
So
helpful
the 3 of them kind of start questioning why you're eating up their time.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Because I
As
Because
you're
I'm not
talking
here
to
to
them.
question you about anything.
They're here to, as they're listening to you guys talk about putting a saddle on the dwarf.
They have strange hobbies. What can I say?
What business do you have in Elise?
That's what I'm saying.
And how can we be of
Joyce
assistance?
and Sabrina.
Well, we're seeking further favors with the sages. And
Ah, yes.
that's through him, our fearless leader, apparently. And so long for the ride, it's highly amusing.
Interesting ride. All right, so you've elected the clause of service as form of payment with the sages, as per is our agreement with the library. Is that correct? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Are you speaking in Draconic Dome?
When is he not?
No, they're speaking common. So
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's like an exclamation point on the end of a sentence, but I'm not actually saying anything in common.
Okay.
It's just
So
like
Is there
a
any
big
look of
ring.
confusion on them?
yeah, they look very confused.
Yes, yeah, that's
So you translate for the creature.
that's what he's seeking.
All right.
Excitedly.
The fucking look on his face is perfect.
Zoom in on that.
So
Oh God.
yes.
There's the thumbnail.
We have business that could be taken care of, though it is quite the undertaking. You will need to summon.
Is it a fort in the desolation?
No.
Thank goodness.
It is a fort, but it is not in the desolation.
Oh, all right.
Far to the north of here, there was an abandoned prison, and we believe that some of our men-at-arms have been taken captive and taken there by a war band of
Do you wanna take
gnolls.
I would love to take this.
Because I was gonna
If
do.
it's abandoned, but how could there be people there?
They're not people, they're creatures and beasts. It was abandoned by the old Hyperborean Empire, and these
That's where you were going.
individuals
what I'm
moved
going to.
in.
Just making sure.
That's why I was like, "Do you want this?" All right. So, but to clarify, then, so some of your people have been taken to a formerly abandoned prison and are now imprisoned.
We don't know what has become of them.
But you know that other type of creatures have taken root in this particular facility.
Yes.
Do you know what type? Of
They are
creature?
gnolls.
Oh, just gnolls? Regular gnolls?
There's yes, just they're gnolls.
Do you have a
That's
list
it?
of names of the people who were taken?
We can gather one up,
Does
but
she speak Draconic?
come to mind, no.
Then
yes,
no.
they're wizards. They speak
Does-
Draconic.
If they
I
want
can't
to.
assume
I
they
mean,
do.
I mean, technically,
I feel like that's just kind of like a passive. Yeah, I do this.
That's fair.
So is she asking us to
You win
go?
this one.
I'm not there. I'm still at the stages.
Oh,
The
breaking
the task would be to go determine the fates of the men-at-arms and recover their remains or
Proper
bring them
burial,
back
so-
alive.
Okay.
not
Proper
to be crass, but what is the compensation for such an undertaking?
One question at the sages.
Of indeterminate value.
I thought
We're gonna go loot
I
the body.
thought we could pay gold though.
We can, but we don't have 5,000 gold to pay.
I've got 3,300.
That's not 5,000.
I don't trust your cobalt math.
I wouldn't trust my cobalt math either.
You don't have enough fingers to count.
That's an arguable fact.
He could use to speak too.
Anyway,
Yeah, like
And his tail.
I'm willing to donate my
At least 3 or
3-3.
Yeah, like 3.
I mean, I don't mind going. How much farther north is this
1,
abandoned
2,
prison?
3,
Several miles. It is far from here.
Several miles. That's it.
No,
Far
like
from here?
several miles. Not a
Days?
day or two away, like a month
Not a day
away.
or two away,
Oh,
so
a month?
less than a day or two
Yeah,
away.
but we only travel 15 miles a day, so I mean,
So you are here?
No.
nope, we're a little lower than
Right there,
there.
yeah.
She's talking about here.
Oh.
Oh, near
Beaches and shores.
And we can't go through the water.
Where
so we'll have to go
Sen
around.
was thought to be.
No, you could hire a ferryman
Was it-
and leave from Canton Light and come up to Goo Island.
But we just upgraded to the caravan.
Yeah. I mean,
You can
caravan,
take carts
all
and
that.
wagons on a boat. Like,
Yeah.
What a
It's a
ferry's
ferry.
for.
Or we get my new friend here. It's giving me a great idea. We get this large burlap sack and we fill it. with
I
some
did
chemicals
not give him
that
any
I
ideas.
combust and we can fly.
Right.
Anyways. Okay, so the
Let's do it.
regions off the burning waste.
Yes.
disastrous in every form.
You guys have a map that roughly to where that would be?
We could hire somebody to lead you there, yes. Their service would be provided by the
That
town.
was me, wasn't it?
Mhm. Well, you guys, you want
quick.
to do it? That's the favor they're asking for.
I'm not there to input.
Oh yeah, you stayed behind. So I'm gonna
Yes,
assume
you
that you're like
accomplished
whatever we
this
decide.
goal.
I begrudgingly accept
I mean,
whatever fate is
captive.
thrust upon
I'm
me.
staying
Please
here
let me
until I
say.
get the answer to my questions.
You're welcome to stay in the town.
We don't have to leave right
You're not
Oh, I think he
obligated.
wants to stay in the building.
Actually, what's the time frame for this particular mission?
If you were to take a ferry to the base of the mountains, travel along the mountain slopes, keeping to softer earth before reaching the fortress, you could be there and back in about 3 weeks, if you traveled light and with purpose.
And this is something you'd want done, of course, as soon as possible.
Yes.
3 weeks is a long time to be held
Could
hostage.
you? I mean, I'm not as familiar with arcane powers, but teleport us up there?
Yes. That would need to be something that our mistress does. But
I mean, if it's
Such-
a dire situation.
for the lives of our men, she may be willing to do such a thing, though she would not be able to teleport your caravanserai, if you will. Those will have to stay here in the town.
It is caravanserai.
Mm-hmm. Caravanserai, but close enough.
No, it's caravanserai.
Well, I mean, we could return back to our supplies. This is just a run.
Can I
mission.
bring my horse?
And then we get a 3-week cruise back.
You would not be able to bring the horse. No.
On a ship?
No,
it would be on a ship
teleported.
there because we'd be teleported there and we'd have to
Well,
walk back.
You don't want to do that because sometimes teleport can cause things to fuse.
Thank you, Jeff Goldblum.
You should be a centaur then.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was
Can we
thinking
get a
that movie
scroll
until
teleport
recently.
from her?
Huh?
Can she write a scroll teleporting?
Well, it'd have to be greater teleport.
She could.
Because if we find her men, wouldn't we want us to get them back?
No, she just wants to know where they are. We're gonna go
And
in
if
there.
we
We're gonna
can bring
sneak
them
in.
back.
We're gonna see that they're all kidnapped.
This
We're
did
gonna
not
come
work
back.
out well for us last time.
No, they want you to find them and bring them
Eradicate
back.
the problem.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure.
Which
she
is going to
just
be
said-
really hard
yeah,
to do without any type of horses. Because I feel like we'll be bringing
either
back
the
some dead
remains or
bodies.
bring them back alive.
Remains, right? Well, we can find the remains and bring the remains back a lot easier than bringing back the men.
Look, this is not a wanted dead or alive thing.
She
This
didn't
is
say it
wanted
wasn't.
alive, dead if no other option.
We've gone from
We don't
let's
have
bring
any other
someone
option.
from teleport to let's bring their
So,
Anyway,
is
if
this-
we're bringing
That's all you
people
use,
back,
right?
we want to go with our
That's
horses.
Steven.
Skulls,
Just in
possibly?
case of the injured.
That would be useful.
And not to mention the fact that, there's a lot of them.
Door tier, we're so doomed.
But the journey on that would be a lot longer to get there.
3 weeks. We've traveled longer for less.
Oh no, we ferried them up.
Mm-hmm.
Or
But
we
we
can
can-
just have her give us a teleport scroll so we can come back just as quickly.
Or a scroll of teleportation circle.
Whatever you guys want
That's
to do.
even better because then we can bring everybody.
And the carts?
I mean, everybody. I don't know.
Alec, what do you think on this? You've been a bit quiet on the matter.
On whether or not we take their.
We'd have to bargain.
Well,
On
that-
whether or not we teleport
Do-
there
What do you?
with
you're
not
trying to get them
with
back.
some of our equipment, or travel there with all of our equipment, but faster if we teleport.
I mean,
Have you told us that?
it makes more sense to
What?
get in and get
You
out.
told us all that? That was like, done now?
I like.
Good
the
question.
We're all in
idea.
the same room, dude.
Yeah, presumably.
I do kind of.
Some of us don't speak your common tongue.
Yeah,
We'll
true.
figure that out when we're done with this conversation. But yeah, I'm for teleporting if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah. Drop in.
I
Okay.
did just
Surprise.
got by 2 more dollars.
We will have to discuss that proposal with Alicia.
Yeah, true. I mean, it may not be an option.
If she
for
were
all we know.
to, we do have a couple days to wait here.
Granted,
She would
I see your point.
Be okay if she
Yeah.
made a
Injured
couple scrolls of
individuals could be
teleport.
difficult to travel back with.
She can
Not-
give them to
not
me.
to mention the
I
fact
won't copy them down.
all
I
of our
will use them
equipment, if
for
we
their
get stuck
intended
there for any
purposes
long
of
period of
one,
time,
bringing
it's
us
here.
there,
It's here.
finding
yeah,
said
so our
men,
rations.
bringing all of us back.
How
I'll
many
cast
rations
one- If
do
she
you
gives us
want?
me 3, that's one of us there.
Personal rations.
One to bring the
Yeah.
men back,
You
the other one
see
to
what
bring
we
us back.
Yeah.
Say we get
Roll
siege.
diplomacy.
I mean, it
Anybody
is a
wanna,
fortress.
Can I get some help?
Siege
Oh,
and-
no.
Anybody
no.
with ranks and assists, anybody with ranks in diplomacy can assist.
Does anybody have ranks in diplomacy? Because I have a
Yes.
-2 in diplomacy.
I have-
What are you trying to
I
diplomat?
have it.
3 scrolls of teleport.
To get us there, send them back, send us back.
That's a high DC.
Does a scroll of teleport more than one person?
Yes.
7 or 8.
1 per caster level. As
How
long as
many
they're-
caster levels are on this particular
She'd be an
scroll?
archmage.
you don't know what her caster level is, but if you're if
I'm assuming at least
it's
6.
double digits,
Yeah.
Uh,
At least 11 or
How
12.
many potential soldiers are
30
30? Would that be even feasible with the
No.
scroll?
If
with
she-
multiple scrolls. Yes.
Okay.
I have the ability to cast the scrolls, I always say that.
And
Yeah.
Elise is saying no, so we have to diplomancer?
She's not here yet.
He's
you're
trying to diplomancy to the
he's
three-
trying to put final words to the proposal, so that you can ask for what would effectively be several tens of thousands of gold worth of magic to do them the favor.
The same.
No. It says
And I'm
amber
actually
dust.
being honest when I
Amber
say
dust to cover circle worth 1,000 GP. Circle of teleportation.
Well,
Yeah, that's
how much
not
the
including
dust
the
is worth.
that's not including the cost to scribe it into scroll form.
Yeah, it's
Scribe
it's a
scroll
level
costs
7 spell.
gold.
You're just
Yeah,
talking about
it
material
does.
component there, I think.
Yeah.
Right, I am. But she could just cast that and send us them.
Actually.
What?
Are
Circle
you
of
trying to
teleportation?
diplomacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
get
if
back.
and if she fails, the gnolls have a one-way ticket into the town.
And it's
Once
ruby
they take it
dust.
to midnight.
We can provide some of the ruby
2
dust
minutes to eat.
if that helps.
This is all part of the diplomacy check I'm asking somebody to roll. If you
No.
want to say, like, oh, well, we can fulfill part of the components, like, that may entice her into doing this plan.
I've got to ask you an honest question right now. Do you want this attempt to succeed?
Yeah.
You should have the charisma person attempt, and then people to assist.
Okay.
I'm merely throwing it out there.
I totally agree with that, but I was just going with how I would say it.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna say, friend.
I saw it.
Something tells me there's not any type of assistance that's going to make this successful.
Nope.
That is correct. So, you all start throwing out your, oh, but we can do this, and we can do that, and we can do this, and then
Bitches chill.
a very commanding tone is heard from the staircase as you see another woman slowly making her way down, and she basically barks at all of you, silence, and begins to come to the table. She takes the seat at the head of the position.
What does she look like?
She is
Like she has a
a
lot of
gorgeous
testosterone.
woman. She has a strong, charismatic vibe about her.
Is she
She
smoking
looks
a cigarette?
very much like the most powerful woman in the world is like the vibe you're getting off of
Is she
her.
currently smoking?
No,
How else do we explain her like low, rough voice though?
I mean she barked at you.
So she's a knoll?
No, she's a human. Okay, so she descends the stairs, makes her way to the table. She looks at the flowers that you brought and
Oh,
just
her,
kind
yeah.
of, she's blonde,
Okay.
and she, sets them to the side. She doesn't like swat them away, but she just moves them, and then sits, and then just looks up at each of you, and she looks to you, and goes, "Milady, what can I help you with?"
I see how this is.
I picked up on
Matriarchal society.
I mean, she is true to the city. Understandable.
Death by snoo snoo.
That's my
Our
snooze.
friend here, Gauss, has come to
Mm.
fulfill a gaius to get an answer to a question
Ah,
from the sages.
and so we've discussed the rescue mission up to the Howling Fortress, I presume.
Yes.
Mm.
Be able to find it then.
We're fighting werewolves.
I'm down.
Interesting
Where are those?
predicament my men are in. They have requested that I allocate resources into the recovering of the lost patrol.
You don't seem too thrilled about that.
And from what I overheard, the nature of the travel is what is being discussed. It's the most Gauss thing you've ever done.
Fully serious monologue.
It just comes down to how important.
Next time, throw yourself down the well.
Plus 10 points.
I'm just saying, most of us at the table can see that this is clearly just Gauss in a wig, right?
Never mind, man. She's a
yes.
beautiful woman.
Okay.
So, the nature of the travel. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is correct.
Will they survive 3 weeks if we just take the ferry?
Or should we
I
all
do
get
not know the
magically
condition of the patrol.
teleported there?
I figured you would want them done as fast as possible and to
I
save
mean,
time
it's
and
solely
to
your
save
call. We
money.
could just take the
They
ferry.
ventured into the Dragon Hills against my orders.
Oh,
Thus, they had signed their own death sentence.
So we're just bringing back
However,
armor and weapons.
I cannot have my master at arms distrusting my judgment, and so I am doing this to him as a favor.
A lot of hands.
No.
Well, as you heard through the discussion, we are willing to allocate some. We do have some material components to help if you're willing to
Yes.
grant us the teleportation.
Yes. And you want a circle, is that correct?
We'll take a square.
So I'm sure you are aware
I like
that
to haggle
the
for
circle
hexagon.
would not work because not only must the departure circle be drawn, but a destination circle must also be drawn. However, there may be a way to get you there. And If you're willing to cover a portion of the expenses, I can ascribe it by the end of the week.
Does it start with G and rhyme with late?
No.
What is the expenses required for this?
I would need you to contribute 2,000 gold pieces towards the cost of the scrolls. That would cover the
Why are you looking at
magic
me?
dyes and inks needed to scribe the magic.
Sounds about right.
Well, we have 500 gold pieces worth of ruby dust. We also can use towards that.
That's party loot, yeah. Let's start with
I-
party loot and then go into my individual coffers.
If
There
that
are
would be
some-
acceptable.
I do need to
There
donate
are
to the
some
poor.
things that I should make clear. Officially, the town is only interested in the return of my men or their remains, so that they may have a proper burial.
So when
Anything else you find in the tower or the fortress is up to you.
Okay.
You could look at this as an investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a sieged tower. How long has this tower been abandoned?
Hundreds of years.
Yeah. Nah, we'll find a lot of cool old stuff.
Do we,
Antiques, really.
does
Antiques in the right hands could prove of great value.
Yes.
Does the library or do yourselves have any records of the structure itself? You know, the layout?
Yes. The Howling Fortress used to be a prison. Within the last 100 years or so, a war band of gnolls moved in, kicking out the old orcish inhabitants. They have since returned the prison to its more original purpose, keeping prisoners of war and other high-end merchants there and ransoming them back to their families. The fortress has only one known entrance, a massive stone causeway leading up into the mountains that has multiple points covered by parapets surrounding the causeway to protect the fortress.
Sounds horribly familiar, like the last several fortresses we've tried
No,
to
actually, the manor we went to
No.
that sounds similar. So we might find a shaft.
See,
going up.
because this one has
none of us can
gnolls
climb.
in it
Ah.
that are alive.
I can't
And none of the other ones
Ever
we were
since
in
my
have any living
transformation,
gnolls in
Yeah.
it.
I have learned the secrets of spider climbing.
We do have some rumors that beneath the prison there was a set of old caverns and
with
caves.
a shaft in it.
No, it used to be an ancient temple of Tyr, constructed by the old Norsemen who wandered the region.
Who loves shafts?
There's always a
No.
sneaky hide.
No, they love Tyr. What ongoing about Tyr? Yes.
There is an ancient temple of Tyr, somewhere rumored beneath the fortress.
That's
You see, they never would have lost that fortress if it was
well,
Mithras.
Tyr is about law and order. I guess that makes some sense.
To have him watch
Yeah.
over the prison.
As a cleric of Tyr, I will hold my tongue.
There are some other rumors regarding the fortress. A dark presence of necromantic power seems to be gathering strength in the base. The gnolls rumored to offer it a copious amount of wealth and money.
That sounds like a lot of
That's,
hoarding.
Sounds like
Wait,
that
what?
fortress
They're
we're
hoarding
supposed to
money?
go into.
Yes,
That to them all. That money should be spent.
I agree.
I say as I hand you 2,000 gold. Let's do this.
Okay.
Actually, would
Oh.
All you have to say is hoarding money.
would the 500 gold worth of ruby dust help with that?
She takes the dust, slides you back 500 gold coins, takes the difference.
Get that for future investments.
Yes, keep that for future investments.
This is day 91, right?
All right, so that is 1,500,
Yes.
3. Okay.
I will
One
have the
day I will
scrolls
get my
prepared
plus
for you
one
in 3
great sword.
days.
One day I'll get my plus one.
Is that how close is that to the end of my
Oh,
5
great
day
sword.
thing?
Great sword. I need a plus one.
This
great
is all the same day, so
Same day,
you could
okay.
depart
Oh,
2 days after that.
What?
Or go do this and come
Oh,
back
so
and
I'll
have
just
your
kill
stuff
you and
ready.
take it. Nah,
After
I'll let
we-
him do it.
Are we done with this conversation with her?
I mean, she
Come
seems to
on.
be just kind of like waiting
How
for
would
you
you
guys
like to
to
make
close a deal or anything like that.
100.
See if there's anything else you need.
What?
Alright, so the
How
deal
would you
is
like
that
to
we're
make
going,
100?
she's going to
Yes.
give us the teleportation
Bring
scrolls
me
that
the
we
sword of
need
that cleric.
to get us there, send them home,
The condition
and
of
send
the
us
cleric
home.
afterwards.
Buy the
Yes.
sword.
So this will include the return
Okay.
trip then.
Yeah, you
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
bring you
was there a
fashion.
copy of the
I know he's
original
great.
layout for this
You
prison?
didn't say that.
No.
Except
I did.
sword.
A fountain.
The blueprints are not
A fountain.
available to us. But we do know that it has a large cavernous structure about it.
Okay. Well, it's built into the mountain, I assume.
That is correct. The nature of the teleportation will get you to the base of the causeway. From there, you will be able to approach as you will. I recommend under cover of darkness.
Is there any time difference in a teleport? Like, is it just instant?
The effect will be instantaneous. You will perceive no change in time.
And you'll have that ready, you said, within a week?
Within 3
3
days.
days.
3 days, sorry. Okay. All right.
So I've got.
I recommend
days.
that you stay in town. The inn, although not quite what it used to be, still has rooms available. Not many venture up this way anymore with the old road being consumed by the desolation and the rumors of attacks to merchants a little farther south from that. But you will find food and ale.
Can you recommend a good blacksmith in town?
Yes. There is a woman who is filling in for her husband. His husband was part of the patrol that ventured into the Dragon Hills. She won't be able to smith you anything, but she will be able to sell you from their stock.
Ah, well, that might work for me.
Excellent.
Would you mind stabling our donkeys? Tick, tack, click, clack, while we are off.
I also need to stable Gorbag.
You will have to pay to have your livestock taken care
All right, I'll take Gorbag with me then.
of. Okay.
Weapon silver.
What?
You're going for
How
silver
much
weapon.
is it
No,
for,
I'm going to
skill
actually
class?
enchant the weapon.
It's like a silver piece a day.
But I think if they're
So
going to sell me
how,
from the
like,
stock, I could
I'll
just
just
trade
write
them.
down-
I mean, that depends on how long you plan to be in the fortress.
Plus one longsword
Yeah,
and a
right.
plus,
Just
plus
keep
one
track
is
of
2,000.
Basically, crazy different blade. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
What can I get for
Lily,
this? Kind
I
of.
take it.
Unless you have any other business to conduct with her, then yeah.
Look at the bottom of Steve's hands.
Alright, so, Yawa, you're still with the sages.
Hello.
What other question do you want to ask?
Wet erase.
So I would like personal accounts that you and any of the other sages have had with sword, specifically.
Oh. Yeah, Sword. Man of his word, a man of honor.
Interests.
Dragons.
Magical pursuits.
He is an
Well, we found your
archmage.
companion.
He has a keen interest in the city of Pirates Gate.
They are truly monstrous creatures.
I mean, we're not exactly
Motivations.
I mean, some are useful.
Well, you know.
pursuit of knowledge. He's a
Not
wizard.
true.
I mean, every wizard.
Not
seems to
all
have
of them are
pursuit
useful.
knowledge, but
To
Some
be
of them
clear,
are
we know
just
of him. We
less
are by no
vile
means
than
friends.
others.
okay. I just didn't know if you
can
had
see that
any
one.
personal
Once
accounts.
again, all
We
dragons
have
should
interacted
die.
with him.
Horrible,
He's been here in the
miserable deaths.
past.
For
His
hoarding
previous queries regarded the
Because
lost
that
city,
gold could save entire
the burning wastes, which is where the city is rumored to
I agree
rest,
with you, Arthur.
and the Sword of Air.
Good to know. How much does that cost? That question cost 100.
100 gold, yeah.
Okay, I give him 100. I'll give Tally a bit. Second question.
I'll use this thing.
It seems to me, from what I've gathered, that the Sword of Air either has requirements to wield it, or picks its
It's a
wielders.
+1 key thing.
Is the Sword of Air sentient enough to mask its presence from others?
Well worded.
We would have to research that. There
So
have
you
been
pluck from the
There
back?
have been many accounts of wielding the blade, leading up to the last individual to have it. We would need to study those accounts in order to answer that. That would take much time, and that question would cost you about 800 gold.
I will give you 800 gold right now for that information.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
It's 900. And then lastly, I'm looking for an item to stop scrying.
Yes, such items exist.
Do you personally have any nearby that I could take along with my journeys, or any shops nearby that do have that?
There is a magic shop in Glavier, up the road. The Mortar and Pestle.
We were told not to leave.
They may be able to find what you are looking for there.
Out of character. Do you cost range for that stuff?
What do you mean?
I'm just like stop divination magic specifically scrying.
That's going to vary widely on how you go about it. There are several different roads that lead to that conclusion, each of them having their own pros and cons, each of them having their own costs.
Okay.
I mean, I don't need it. I do need it. It's on my list and stuff to build. We're good.
That's it. Awesome. I appreciate your time. Take a day.
We need a potion
Huh?
of cheek clapping.
What was the last thing you said? You appreciate your time in?
Kekadane.
Oh, okay.
And then
Cool.
900 gold down.
As we leave the chick's house, we'll take out the wand of sending. And we'll send a message to Caden.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Caden, or tell Caden, hey Caden, we made it here to Elise to talk to the person that you're supposed to talk to. Who is it?
Hold on.
Dear
that's like-
Caden,
that's too many
ran out of
words.
money. Please
That's
send
two left?
more.
Yeah, 2 words left.
No,
Thanks,
that's too
man.
many words.
Oh, wait, look.
Too
Yeah.
many?
Yes,
I got it.
words.
Dear Caden, ran out of money. Send more. Love culturing.
Yeah, right.
I do have
We have
business
reached
with
Elise.
the
Who are we
Baroness as
supposed to
20 words, right?
Okay, we'll come back to that in a second.
That's 10 right
Oh,
there.
And I
okay,
have
well.
business with a blacksmith.
No, we
Okay,
had 2 words
so
left.
after a few moments,
I thought it was just 20 words total.
you get a response.
I don't answer to you. Eat a dick.
What? I gotta find his name.
Caden.
No, I hate all of you.
Touch the K. and
New
the N.
provider. Who's this?
Yeah.
New wand. Who dis?
Turns out Caden was lost it a long time ago.
Hmm.
Along.
All right. So after a moment, after a few, yeah,
Caden's last name.
probably after a round or two, Romar lives in a hamlet outside of town, to the east, about 2 miles from the town. Knock on his door twice. Pause for a moment. Then again.
Was that Caden's voice?
Yes.
What was his name? What was his name?
Romar.
Romara.
No idea.
No,
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what I
end.
meant.
Yeah, we gotta find Romar, knock twice, pause, and knock again.
I just realized what she needs to ask the person. What is Caden's full name? We just know Caden. What's his last name? Oh, and or first name?
Maybe that is his last name.
Yeah, that's why I said and or first name.
Names. We need his names. All of them.
Yeah, the full name. Just the full name. Not all the names. Anybody
It
called him a
could be-
prick.
Is that the person's real true name?
All right. So he tells you that.
All right. I relay that information to everyone. I basically say it as he's saying it over my ears.
Okay. So you have business with the blacksmith.
Yes.
All right. So she's probably the lady who bought
Usually
all of your
more
armor and stuff
Ah!
from before. So you've dealt with her before.
Alright, look. I have this lovely masterwork greatsword. And I have this lovely +1 longsword. What can you show me in a plus something greatsword?
You want a +1 greatsword.
Plus something.
Okay.
Magically
Roll up.
enhanced great.
No! I roll diplomancy.
It's a percentage roll based off the chart.
Son of a bitch!
I got
I think you said
You can have-
75%.
Wait,
Yeah.
can I have a designated roller?
You may.
Sure.
Sierra! You will roll percentiles for me.
Is it high or low?
One day you'll get a chance. One
Give me
day.
a second. I gotta find it.
I rolled an 85.
Well, no, you gotta roll just for this.
I
Yeah.
did. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, it is.
85 is a good
I
number.
always have Sierra roll
It's
my
gonna be low.
percentils.
You gotta
for
know
sure
what you're
crit
aiming for
miss
first before you
or crit max,
before you
depending
roll
on what you need.
Not really.
I see.
But
No, he wants you to.
Good things are
Yeah. I like it when Sierra rolls my percentals for me because they often succeed. Or something cool happens.
One of the two, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that matters.
Shit gets good or shit gets interesting. Either way, I'll take it.
cleaned it up through.
That and every time Dylan says roll this, and she goes, I'll do
The
it.
dragon knows that you.
He gives it to somebody else.
Pass on,
So now I got you.
He remembers yours, mine.
No,
face.
no,
True story.
Yeah, so he's probably not.
Because I'm the first one to go, Sierra wants to. Because I know
He's
you
talking
don't.
about it.
And she has interesting results.
Yeah.
Plus she
That's
has
why I
the
remember.
4 hours later. Okay.
That was
And that also brings me up. We also don't know Sorton's full name either.
okay. Roll percentals.
Now.
Now you say.
Oh, close. 64.
So close!
So close.
No, that's in. It's a
No,
75%.
but we wanted 69.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Um.
No, that's
yeah.
Motherfucker! And I rolled a 69!
Nice.
Should have done it.
I should have done it.
You would have gotten a +3.
I would have got it.
No.
No. He's not trying to break the campaign.
He'd have to actually do the
Yes.
69 to get that.
Okay.
Come on, Dylan.
You're welcome.
Come on. That ain't gonna make it easier.
Well, all it took is him extrapolating to get
Alright.
information extrapolated. And just,
More than
you know,
halfway down.
blow.
Yes. She has a +1 greatsword that you can buy.
Oh, that's your weapon.
It's 2,300 and plus whatever the base price of a greatsword is.
So then I should be able to trade for this long sword, and that should be close to 2,000 right there. And I'll just give you the money difference.
Sure.
Cool. That'll work.
So you give her 300 gold. Since you're
Essentially.
basically exchanging +1 items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fair. And that's it. In that case, since you're bartering effectively what to her would be
Full
a
price.
trade good, because she trades in weapons, I'll allow the equivalent exchange.
Cool. Now I got a +1 greatsword and this regular greatsword, just in case my +1 greatsword is not so great.
Cool. All right.
Damn,
and
Russ
then,
Mountain.
did you guys have anything you want to cover?
One day.
That's why you have the other greatsword.
Business with the leader?
Yes.
No.
Give it away, give it away, give it away.
My friends already leave, I assume.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, no, they'd probably still be there, like, lingering in the area, because your questions didn't take that long.
Perfect.
I walk right
I
up
wonder
to
what would
her.
have happened if I
Okay.
got the 69.
She's
auto success.
kind of confused at who you are for a moment.
Oh,
That's okay.
I think you, yeah,
That's
you
what people roll.
might have met my friends?
Oh.
Party
Yes.
party members?
Associates?
Colleagues? Co-workers, I guess you could call it. Begrudgingly co-workers.
Associates in
Yes.
I prefer frenemy.
I was wondering if you could take this gold and transfer it to Platinum, if at all possible.
Yes, we can do that. How much gold are you looking to transfer?
596. Could we round it up to 600 to make it a
I'll try to keep you.
platinum, or 60 platinum?
Do you have the difference?
Weapon blanch.
In materials, I could technically, yes.
Oh, that's all that she asks for.
Alright.
Weapon
Okay. What are you covering
Actually,
the difference
You
with?
gotta mark off that.
It's a good question.
It only counts for first hit on melee weapon.
4 gold worth of
gold pieces.
Oh,
supplies
just
to
putting
make
it
a
in.
chemistry and black powder.
That's something
Okay.
good to have. But now,
Okay.
now my weapon is
So-
Real quick, FYI.
Just to clarify,
We don't know.
clarification.
Work on this one.
you're giving the wizard
Nope.
Black powder.
black powder and components to make shot
Yes.
for your musket.
I'm
Yes,
not
what
giving,
happens
I'm not
to his
giving
hands?
her actual ammunition. I'm giving her like a steel or like an iron bar.
Okay. And some of the powder.
A very finite amount of black powder. And
Okay.
It's actually not even
Easy
all,
yes.
like,
So she looks at it.
2 of the components, not
Not
What's happening to
specifying.
Yeah.
What's happening
2 out of the 3 components makes black powder, not all of it.
Okay.
He's gonna go on his face next.
No, I feel like it's just the bombs. Just. Oh no! How do I load a gun this
Yeah,
way?
yeah. So you hand over 4 gold difference. She just kind of takes a look at it and looks at you, looks at your stick, looks back, looks at you. Okay.
Damn razor coast.
Tosses you 60 platinum.
What happens to my body?
Sorry.
I mean, you haven't actually told her anything yet, but I would be looking out for some changes in a few days.
You're like, oh, it's gunpowder. My arms!
60 platinum.
Well, that's a good time for a break, I think.
Yeah, sounds great.
60.
All right, welcome back. Part 3, episode 13. So, we have a new mission.
Yes.
In exchange for a significant question with the sages, you have agreed to venture to the Howling Fortress, which is near the Burning Wastes and the Lost City of Sen, and investigate the disappearance of about 30 men-at-arms who are serving in Elise.
Yes.
Over the course of a few days, you stay in Elise, and you can tell that a lot of people hear about what you're doing, and many of them come to basically talk to you and offer thanks, for reaching out and trying to find their family.
Do we ever get the list of names?
I'm not randomly generating
Well,
30 names,
I'm
but
just
yes, they
saying.
give you a list of
Okay.
names.
Bob, Todd, Todd, Bob, and
Blade, Razor,
Razor.
Blazer,
Taser.
Taser.
So many
Yeah.
Azers.
And yeah.
I would also spend some time during those couple of days researching the library.
Terrifying.
The creatures that are local there.
To the Howling Fortress?
To those mountains.
Okay.
Concern being, are there anything like, rust monsters or something?
Notable
Notable creatures of... That's bad.
Of lore.
So
I'm gonna go with
you
Knowles.
I mean, I know about gnolls.
Know what I'm saying?
you know that
No, but
that particular mountain range is rather far north. So the mountainous region is mostly occupied by yetis, white dragons. You'd probably find
Sure, let's piss off an arrow.
Wiccawax, which
What?
are
Like a
like-
who?
which are a snow bugbear.
Okay.
Oh. Wicca wax. Oh, that's Wicca wax.
Alright, so this is more surprisingly more tundra related type creatures.
Well, yeah. The north, the Northmen literally are up there.
Am I the only one getting
Never
that
thought
sneaking
over
I see.
suspicion that we should get some cold weather gear while we do this?
Well, I see vast desert, burning wastelands. We're going right next
Pretty
to
sure
it, and
we
you're
have
like
some.
cold.
It is.
So that's why I'm confused.
Winter is
Cold
coming.
doesn't necessarily mean presence of moisture.
Sure.
You can have a cold desert.
It's very true.
Where exactly are we going? We're going
Anyway,
Fair
we
enough.
should get some cold weather gear, huh, guys?
And the Burning Wastes is called the Burning Wastes
I already
because
knew.
of what you would describe as some type of lingering burning sickness over the
Oh.
region, not because it's on fire.
Acid isn't hot.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it burns.
That's radiation.
Not necessarily.
That's Chernobyl, my dudes.
That's why I really want to
Does it
go.
glow blue?
No.
What about green?
Does it? I was about to say, does it glow purple?
No, it doesn't glow.
Can you wrangle these cats?
You will have to
Try it.
though.
But the whiskey isn't
Well,
helping.
that's what they do. They glow blue.
Imagine that. The drunk
In those
DM can't
days-
herd the cats.
In those days that we're sleeping and waiting after meeting the chick and all that, do I have any dreams from Hecate or anything?
Yeah, you can roll a dream.
Holy shit, let's.
Have
Probably not going to be a good idea, but I'm going to use this
You
die
never
anyway
see
because.
it.
What am I adding to this?
None of your damn
This
business.
is a will save.
16.
I approve.
Well, that was fun.
You're
Fuck
level
that
4.
dwarf.
Yes.
Imagine
Fuck Grandy.
No. You do not have a dream. Well, you have a dream, but you fail to process it to memory.
There's only one save?
Now time to be a dick. Do I have a dream?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Remember, it's a will save and an intelligence check.
Oh, and I failed the will save.
You did.
Okay.
You have to pass in order to.
Yeah. It happens. Hey, I tried.
Any answers to our questions? I specifically.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
You
moment.
know that I have dreams.
Is there
too.
any like holy
I
place
dream
here, like a
I'm an
chapel
anthropomorphic
I love-
duck.
No,
We're gonna go
in
to
Scottish
Glavir,
heritage.
in
And
Glavir,
I'm
which
just
is the much
swimming
more
in this
populous town nearby,
or
they have two prominent
And then they say
temples,
life is like
one
a
to
hurricane.
Freya
Wake
and
up.
one to Balby.
Okay.
In Elise, they don't have an established temple per se, but in the marketplace, they do have idols dedicated to Solanus and Ceres.
Okay.
That's the god of XM radio.
Got it. Alright. Any of those actually related to Tyr in any way? I don't believe so.
No.
No.
Balby is like the exact opposite of Tyr.
Yeah.
He's chaotic neutral.
Don't
He's
do it.
often followed by like barbarians and stuff. You would know that worshippers of Balby often they do not loot their enemies.
Okay.
Instead,
Blasphemy.
their common tactic is to take the weapons of the fallen and destroy them in sacrifice to Balby. Their preferred combat tactic is actually to sunder and disarm and break your own gear in front of you and then just ignore you because you're no longer a threat.
That's a dwarf. That's
Oh my
just,
God.
That's just, yeah,
What did they do to the
blasphemy right
monks?
there. Those
What did they
weapons,
do
you
to the
know, they took
monks?
Hours, weeks, months of someone's time and effort.
And then they just
them.
destroy it. Yeah.
Wow,
Seems
that,
pretty.
that hurts.
One of their and they often worship their deity by cursing him. So
I've
they
heard this
they
before.
actively invoke Balby's ire as part of regular worship. And a common insult is to address somebody that you have felled in battle as Balby.
Is it,
What up,
is it like a
Bobby?
misogynistic?
How you doing, Babby?
No, they just think he's a piece of shit.
Oh, so the worship of him is the hate of him.
Yeah,
I'm getting that. Are you getting that Rick and Morty episode in your head too?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Ah, yes.
Oh, this
Well,
it
brings me
hurts,
pain.
which brings
Which
me
brings me
pleasure, which
pleasure.
brings me pain, which brings me pleasure.
Well, in that kind of idea, then Grandir would be in his room meditating.
Hey, there's
Okay.
four
Here's
guys.
the day.
Hanger there. I am
Visiting new
Cobra Kid.
donkeys. Maybe adjusting their bit and bridle so when we do get back, we can leave.
I've been
Okay.
told I can bring my horse.
Yes.
You should bring some type of pack animal as well.
Oh, yeah.
A donkey suit.
No,
A single
that-
donkey.
Know
Get
that
one.
every living animal you bring is going to count as a -1 on the amount of things you can bring back.
Very true.
Unless I fill its saddlebags.
If you think that's how the magic works, then that's.
I was not told the magic was by weight.
You roll a spellcraft.
Believe it or not, because I'm a paladin, I do have to.
Sure, roll a spellcraft.
Rolling the
Why
spellcraft!
don't you roll it?
I just want to see what I've been rolling. I'm doing it all night.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20!
Yeah, as far as you're concerned, it has absolutely nothing to do with weight.
That's because I wasn't told what the spell is.
Yeah.
Mm,
You're like, yeah, totally. We could take like 10 people and just like lean them against the horse and then just teleport the horse. It'll be great.
No. Everybody knows we liberally apply the grease spell. We stick them in the horse with reduced
the
person.
image that flashed through my mind.
And then it only counts as the horse because you never count the food the person ate as part of the need for the teleportation.
Jesus.
I don't think a men-at-arms suppository is going to supersede.
Well, then they would no longer be men at arms. Wouldn't they be men at ass?
Sometimes I hate having an imagination.
You can do better than that.
They're
I
astronauts
could,
at
but I'm
this
not
point.
trying.
Instead of men-at-arms, they would be like pills at arms or something like that.
They're astronauts.
That's better.
Spelunkers?
Well, on that note, we're not bringing
any of
Yeah, on that note, we're not putting any reduced men-at-arms and horse axes.
No, we
Fine, donkeys it is. I'm sorry for tick. Or tack, whichever one you bring.
What
we're
about click
not
and
running
clack?
tic tac, click, or clack.
Well, look, I'm 90% sure I'd leave dead if I tried to do it with Asher. So, I mean, my options are
You are
low.
absolutely right.
And the funny thing is, the joke's right there in the name. It's Asher.
Yeah. So, over the course of a few days, you guys
Craft.
rest, prep for combat, prep against gnolls.
Well, what if there's more than just gnolls?
So, your question.
I have multiple questions that we're going to be doing.
Aren't the gnolls hanging out with trolls?
Okay. So the first one you asked was regarding
Remember last time we fought gnolls?
the what was it? Purpose of the
Are
sword?
these the jumped up gnolls or the regular
No.
gnolls?
Is the sword of air sentient enough to?
Ah.
No.
Prop jump.
No,
Well,
no.
we should ask the scions.
That was the last question I asked. The first question I
They
asked.
won't
So,
tell us
sword-
if these are the jumped up gnolls or the regular gnolls?
Oh yes. So
He's
they give
jumped
you
up.
the same answer they give him. There are several alchemists who would be able to work on it and cure it, but they're all located in Bard's Gate. Which, based on what you know about him, they would be like, that's probably not an option.
He's probably one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back
I
to the
left
sword.
Bard's Gate. That should tell you something.
So, for the next one, is the Sword of Air sentient enough to mask itself from being scryed?
As well as choose its wielder.
So they bring you the information that, according to the legends surrounding Akabakar, the sword drove him mad. And in this madness,
I hear you.
whether it was driven by power gained from the sword or caused by the sword itself, he killed a whole bunch of people.
And whether they were close to him or not?
Based off of what they found, like, several of them were close to him, but they don't have exact accounts. But they just, like, the legend is that he went mad with something about the sword. You would also be able to tell, like, they don't think it was, like, possession. Like, they don't think the sword possessed him or anything like that. But something about the sword drove him insane.
It could just be the power of the sword.
Or maybe because of the sword of air, you can't actually stab anybody with it, which would get really annoying if you're wielding a sword that can't do damage. Speaking from a
so-
fighting perspective.
Sword drove Akabakar mad.
Like a
Unknown
gentle
about
breeze.
its abilities to master
I'm not going to get into the sword blowing.
But, yeah, they don't know if it would be able to choose its wielder. But they would be able to tell you that if the sword was sentient and had an ego, the ego could in some way affect who wields it. But that's true of all sentient objects.
Very true.
I feel like if the sword of air was sentient, it would sound like Skeletor.
Could. Or
It got real quiet all of a sudden. I think they heard me. They might have.
They do tell you that if you manage to find the lost city of Sen, if you were to delve deep into the city and find a way to set up an established expedition where you could bring, like, excavation equipment and archaeological tools, you could potentially uncover a vast amount of information about the sword, as the sword, Akabakar, and the disappearance of Sen are all related, according to legend.
So if I'm able to find the lost city of Sen, mount an expedition, find out more information of Sen,
And what the sword actually does, what the sword actually looks like, the degree to which Akabakar was driven mad, maybe even who specifically he killed with it, and what he did with the sword after.
Okay.
All that information could, asterisk, be divined from Sen.
Or-
But the key, they remind you, since you're in cahoots with Van, and this is a private interaction and they don't know if you're with him right now, they would remind you that the key to finding the lost city is to actually find the Shaga Sapondium, which is a thick rhino hide covered book that accounts the actual disappearing of the city. Which is
That
information.
title actually on the book.
No.
Shagas Pondian.
It's not like the Necronomicon's fucking labeled.
Well, it should be.
I mean, it kind
It
of
should
is,
be,
though,
but-
'cause
I mean, if you ask the face on it, it might tell you its name.
Yeah. No, that's the Necronibblecon.
Well, it depends. I
Nipple?
think some of the
Nibble.
versions of the Necronomicon have labels.
Or the Nibblenomicon? Whatever the one in Borderlands
There's
3
like 5
was.
different
Was it the
versions.
Nibblenomicon?
I
Necronom?
I thought that was the Nomonomicon.
don't remember what they dubbed that one.
Yeah, I forget. But it was funny, whatever it
It
was.
was.
Would I be able to find stuff to do like like a small excavational dig or archaeological dig
Oh yeah, they've got
here?
yeah, they've got shovels, fine brushes, sand sifts, like all that stuff, because they would be effectively trying to collect minerals and stuff from the river that's nearby. Clay, any kind of, the natural resources around them. They would also have materials.
Just get us
to-
some saltpeter and stuff.
How much for all of that stuff and cold weather gear?
To enough to arm everyone in the party, or enough to equip everyone in the party, or just
A
yourself.
safe bet. A safe bet. Everyone in the party.
Okay, I think cold weather gear is like 10 gold. So that covers like the entire outfit plus traversing equipment.
Okay.
So to cover everybody
I
would
won't
be.
need it.
I already have it.
Oh well. To go back to your quote, 70 gold, and then for the excavation equipment, they would probably just sell you, some basic like entry level babies first expedition.
Fisher Price.
Yeah, the Fisher Price like level.
Play school expedition. My first expedition.
My first.
I'm
Yeah,
a spy, and it gives you a little black light with like the fingerprint thing.
yeah, and all that other
Those
stuff.
are really cool.
But yeah, like they would be able to give you basic excavation equipment for like 10 gold. That'd be shovels, picks, sand sifts, all that kind of stuff.
More in-depth stuff. I'm talking like I want to be able to chart all of this down or find all that from my findings in like logbooks and stuff like that.
Okay, so
Like actual like
so you want tomes to record the information, and like you want masterwork level
yes.
equipment. So masterwork level tools you would also be able to order from here. This isn't something that they would deal in readily, but you could go to Glavier up the road and see if they have it within a day or two. And you would be able to get like brushes. I don't think you'd be able to get magnifying glasses because
That's
concave glasses
glass,
something
yeah,
you
it's
need to get in the
expensive.
city. But you can get smaller picks, chisels, all the kind of stuff. You could get that in Glavier, and it would probably run you like 300 gold.
So if I were to, it said it's like a day or two to go to Gilbert and then back.
Yeah, Glavier is really close.
All right. Grenadier,
Yes.
I'm going to borrow Tick and Tack, and I'm going to borrow a wagon for 2 days.
What exactly will you be doing?
I'm just getting supplies for a mountain expedition for us.
You want to tell them that you're going to Glavier?
I am.
Because
I'm
other
I'm
people
only
may
going
have
to
business in
Do
Glavier.
you
I'm
want
only
tick and
going to
clack
Glavier.
or tack and click?
I'm broke, so I'm just staying at the library.
Would you like to come with me? Would that make you feel more at ease?
Yes.
Tasking
All right. I take Grenadier along with me.
I won't need any winter gear.
All
Just as a
right.
note.
We'll
So
bring is it tack and clack?
Yeah, I switched to
30,
like that.
said 300, and then another like 40, 50. Just call it flat 40 or 50 gold to matter or cold weather gear.
Yeah.
That doesn't already have it.
Sure.
So 350 gold.
Yeah.
And when you come back, I got something fun for you.
30,
I have a
35
question.
platinum.
Okay.
Is,
30
Could
platinum.
you get like a modified spyglass to like sight it in? Would that add?
Spyglass you would need to get in the city because it's
So
curved,
wait,
curved glass.
Like on top of his musket, so
yeah,
he
it
has a
was
scope.
like a sight.
To
Would
use
it
a scope.
add to his like
Yeah.
to hit?
You mean like an
Well, I
ACOG
guess
sight?
it's a
Yeah.
You want to put an ACOG sight on a black powder musket.
Yes.
That's the most throw anything thing I've heard in the party for a while.
And we didn't even bring it up. You
I'm
did
sorry.
it yourself.
I know.
Did you tell him about the red dot on the red rider?
I didn't tell that yet. No.
Okay.
Okay. But, I don't know. You would need to go down to...
I don't know.
You would need to go down to the Racer Coast to find pieces that are specifically, curved in such a way as to become a site.
How
No, we
about
will- we will cite
so
the
you
shit
can't
out of
just
that.
take some rope and like.
Yeah.
This isn't
Yeah.
orc logic.
Let's not go to the Razor Coast.
Well, I think I should just.
He's kind of he's
Probably.
how do we put this? Desired there?
Yeah, I'm what you'd call fresh meat,
So you
or even better, dead meat. If we go there.
So you don't want to go back to wherever you got your bang stick?
Not preferably, but if we have
stick?
to.
Dad.
Boomstick?
So me and Grindy are just going a lovely day trip.
Right there.
We end up opening a winery together,
Of course, of course.
and we're millionaires at the end of it all.
I can help with that.
Yeah, hard veto. All right, so you guys go to Glavir. While you're in Glavir, you can sense a general Western town lawlessness about it, where there isn't really anybody keeping order. There are some soldiers and men at arms, but they're busy getting drunk.
You're saying
here, anti-scrying devices.
Okay.
Gunslinger went to the saloon. That.
So, specifically, how do you want to be not scryed upon?
At all.
Because for okay, to start, Mage's Private Sanctum is a 5th level spell. It lasts 24 hours, and while you're inside the zone, any type of scrying magic upon you short of discern location fails.
Just like a passive shield around myself, like an item.
Okay.
And I have, for pricing, I have 25 platinum left.
It's
It's
200.
okay enough.
You're not going to be able to find
not
really
worried
anything
about it.
for only 250 gold.
Okay.
What's that spell?
Which one?
When you're scryed upon, you don't appear.
Non-detection.
Yeah.
Item of non-detection. Please, for favor.
Non-detections, 3rd level spell. Alchemists get it. Huh.
Yes.
Hence why the alchemists
The warded
knew what
creature
it
or object
was.
becomes difficult to detect by divination spells such as clairaudience, clairvoyance, locate object, and detect spells.
Hour per level. You want something more like 24/7.
Correct.
Hmm.
Or at the very
Permanent
least, something
seems
to
expensive.
alert myself that I'm being scryed upon.
Oh, so just
That-
detect
probably
scrying.
Like, that would also work, because then I could...
Not talk about certain things while you're being scryed.
Or just know
Or-
that you're, and you could get false information.
Yeah.
Man, I love this dice.
Count.
I got Bible.
Detect scrying's a 4th level spell. Bard 4, Sorc 4, Witch 4, Wizard, Inquisitor 4. You immediately become aware of any attempt to observe you by means of a divination, scrying spell, or effect. The duration's 24 hours.
Yeah, that's good.
You couldn't get it in a potion form because it's 4th level. You know the location of every magical sensor within the area. If the scrying attempt originates within the area, you also know its location. Otherwise, you and the scryer immediately make opposed caster level checks. If you at least match the scryer's result, you get a visual image of the scryer and an accurate sense of his direction and distance from you.
Could I get that in, like, an amulet or a...
Yes.
How much is that amulet?
I'd have to calculate it because that'd be a continuous effect.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of money. Something you'd have to go to Bard's Gate or equivalent for.
The better question is, could this current quest provide enough wealth to get that item?
That's
Oh, yeah. You can get 10 of them.
Oh.
Could I slide of hand one away?
With this current quest?
What? No, they're not here. It would be beyond the scope of economic threshold for the town.
You gotta find a town that
You would need to go. Yeah, you would need to go to Freeport, Freegate, Bard's Gate, Ream, for something like this. But they know what you want. You could put an order
Yeah,
in,
well,
and it could probably be in a couple months.
Oh God.
But
Enchant, that's
Well,
right.
we
Then it might
travel
be
to
too
a city.
late.
Oh,
Or you could become the sheriff of the town and wait for the guys to come after you there
that's very true.
and tell them.
Well, I guess I'll just abandon that route for now, and then I'll let on our way there and back, I'll let Grendir know of everything that I've uncovered about the whole shebang and skidoodles. But I ask him that he not tell anyone else.
okay, so you bring Grandier up to speed on what you found.
Hmm.
Is there anything specific you want to do in Clivier?
I was more here just to make sure he didn't lose the donkeys. Honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
The most trustworthy individual in the party, yeah, loses the donkeys.
so
Why would I
you
lose
roll
donkeys?
into town,
Yeah.
and
It's
several
lawless
people,
town, yes.
yeah, several people recognize you, and as a cleric of Tyr,
Oh, okay, that makes
not
more sense.
as your
Not
like
as Grendir.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
so it was better if I didn't take you along.
Hey,
and
hey.
so after a
Yeah.
few moments, several
Tack and Clack feel comforted that I'm here.
several men at arms approach you, and they request, Bastard Dwarf, a moment of your time.
What exactly do you need? I am guarding these donkeys at the moment.
Ah, yes, such a task is
You'll keep
well
it.
below your stature. One such as you would know that law and order must prevail. We have several brigands, if you will, in need of a trial, and someone such as you may be able to provide Lord Bertrand an opportunity to deal with them.
Can I
I'd
tell
like to
this?
execute.
Can I tell this?
Just
guy
say
fucking with him?
execute.
I'd like to sense motive.
I
Sure.
was about to say, can I tell that these people are fucking with him?
Yeah, you can sense motive.
That's a 17 on the die.
I need a total.
Oh God,
Why would
you-
we
that's
this is the
high.
party? I just realized.
It's a 17 in total. I
All right,
mean,
you get the sense of, he's basically a Kerp, and they're asking him to do Kerp things.
All right, I told him to piss off.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. What'd you get?
14.
Okay, yeah, like this all seems pretty much in line. You're a traveling
No,
judge, juror, and executioner, and they're asking you to
Judge Grendir.
judge, juror, and execute people who
look.
need of judge, jurying, and execution.
You'll do it.
I'm pretty sure they want you to judge on the way they want you to judge.
You're not.
Well,
you're not there.
I
I'm
guess
not
I'll
there.
follow them. Well, I guess I want to wait for Yakamori to actually watch the donkeys before I leave.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I was like, "Yo, piss off."
Yeah,
Right.
piss off.
So let's
yeah.
put the
And the
party
guards-
even further.
Ignore you, and they go back to you and they say, "Your companion here has quite a foul mouth, but the request stands. If you could follow us to Lord Bertrand's castle, we have 8 individuals who are in need of a trial. He has grown quite busy these days."
You dragged me here, and I'm going to drag you even further into the town.
I'm going to eye these guys up and down. Do they look tough enough to where?
This is what you get for bringing.
I mean, it's like 6 of them versus the 2 of you, and you're notoriously shit at rolling. So,
Whoa! I killed a
We're not
vampire
getting mad at
yesterday,
you.
last session.
huh?
I killed a vampire last session.
Yeah, you did, huh?
An amazing
Could
shot,
retrain
by the way.
again.
Yeah, and I crit on that
Oh,
zombie,
yeah, we'll get to
knocked
that in
him
a second.
dead.
Yeah.
Straight up just knocked him.
I mean,
dead.
if he doesn't want to do it, I'd be more than willing.
Yes, I'll follow.
Okay, so they lead you away. Lord Bertram's castle is actually like a good bit outside of town.
Do I
There's that
babysit
skill
the?
keeps the
I
crown being
babysit the
core.
dwarf.
Okay, yeah, you can go with them. You
I
can bring
hope
the
so.
you can bring Tick and Tack
You're my
and Clack
comrade. You need to
and
come with me.
Schmack and all of the donkeys. You can bring all the donkeys.
We
Hey,
get
it's
armor for
taking
the
class.
donkeys.
Yeah, that's
See,
great.
Attack and clack.
We need to
Yeah.
get off of donkeys and start doing yaks. It's way better yak names.
Actually, yaks would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd be okay
So-
with
Yeah.
that.
We can have like
you get to
few
the castle.
yakmen.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have like there's a blacksmith for the castle, and there's military quarters here. They lead you into the castle and down into what is basically the dungeon,
Okay.
and they've got several cells
That's not shit.
of what look to be like
Stuff.
commoners, and they basically just ask you, just pick whichever one you want. We'll be able to detail you their crimes, and then you can proceed forward from there.
This is a bad
The one
idea.
in the fourth cell on the right.
All right, so you just kind of meander in. They're pretty much all humanoid.
Is there any that stand
They're
out?
probably gonna get executed for like super minor crimes.
They're
like
they're a mix of
Being
northern Northmen, Fjordarwraith, and like half orc, half humans.
All right, so ask like, what are their general crimes? Like, what are they being tried for?
Oh well, yes. These peasants, they tried to form a committee and
Truly.
gather. They put up lawless banners throughout the town, requesting that Lord Bertram provide some sense of decency and order, so that travelers
So they're protesters.
would be able to stay in the town and have a warm welcome about them. And as you, I am sure, are well aware, to gather in such a manner without the necessary documentation is, in fact, criminal.
An interesting take on the subject. Do you mind if I interrogate these peasants, as you say, alone, along with my associates?
No. Any lies they would spout before you, we should be ear to as well.
Can I do
But
something?
we have the ability to detect motive. You don't have to worry about
I
that.
have zone.
Two of us have the ability to detect motive.
Can I cast Zone of Truth if I don't?
I mean, yeah, I didn't tell you guys to really prep anything specific,
We're
so
about to die.
yeah, you can cast Zone of Truth if you want.
Yeah, we're by ourselves.
Oh, we're not with you?
No.
Fuck that.
They went off on their
Zone
own.
of Truth.
I was only gonna.
All right, you see the six of them back up to give you space for the zone,
Oh no,
And-
get in the zone. Everybody
Yeah.
in the zone. Plenty of room.
and the peasant just kind of doesn't understand what's happening.
Alright. I cast it.
Okay,
Blast out the truthfulness around.
yeah.
Alright. I look at all of them. You will be unable to lie for the next couple moments. So please, recount exactly why you're in here to me.
Okay, so a couple of them, gather around so that they can be inside the zone, and they all basically tell you that we
We were just here for non-violent protest, man.
not even they're we just came into market to sell our goods, and these men rounded us up because we were asking questions about Lord Bertrand.
Is this true?
And you would feel them make the will save, and basically they're telling the truth as per the spell.
Okay, cool. Can I tell if someone fails? Or,
Yes, you would know instantly if they attempt to lie and fail.
Oh, there's still six of them.
Can I
around us?
tell if someone lies though?
Yeah.
I look
Well,
at the.
no. If they do get a save to try to lie,
Yeah.
and you get to know if they're speaking the whole truth and kind of something like that. There is a chance for them to
Actually get. through it.
actually get through the spell.
Okay. I look at the man who brought me there, and I'm like, "Is that true?"
So you notice that they're not in the circle, and they say no.
It's much more.
Hey, how about
comfortable
you
if
answer
come-
my buddy's questions truthfully? Is this true?
As a man of the government,
yeah.
you should be able to
Answer,
speak within the
answer.
zone of truth, a cleric's zone of truth.
Oh no. That is not needed here. Our word is equivalent to that of Lord Bertrand
How many
himself.
other-
That was the longest
and
mine is
command
equal to Lord
I've
Tears,
ever
and
heard
you
in my
should
life.
You can roll a diplomacy if you want to, or an intimidate, anything you want to roll.
God.
Yeah, that's what.
And
Yeah, I'll
Come
How many
on.
are there?
There's 6.
How
Look
what
at
are
this
what are they
face.
dressed in? Just
They're
standard plate?
no, they're not in plate. They're in light armor, and they
All
have
right,
a
cool.
club.
I'm gonna tell them to get out of the way, or I'm gonna start shooting.
Oh god.
They don't know
Okay,
what that
so
is.
they have no idea what your boomstick is, so they're
All
just
right, cool. I'm gonna put a hole in you if you don't get out of our way and let us leave.
What? What are we doing? Wait, hold.
And
Greg
you know
was
the
looking
worst
at you,
part
they're
is
looking at
that
you.
they
Greg
know
here
it's
was
the
looking
truth.
down for 5 seconds, and suddenly we're in a con. What's going on?
We don't need to be here. They've done nothing wrong. There's no sense in us committing.
Yes,
We
but
don't know that.
I'm the judge here. I can just tell them they're innocent.
All right, look at these individuals. They're not going to let them go.
All right.
They're in here for being poor, and that's all they've done.
Protesting.
I mean, if I let them go under the word of Tyr, would they then be
They're not going to
going
let them
against the
go.
God's vow? To
Protesting without
against
finance.
them?
Grandier, look
I don't know how much power I have in this.
Zero.
I mean,
none.
they're looking to you
Look
to.
at me. I am
they-
the cleric now.
You're starting to get the sense of like they expected you to just kind of come in and like kill them, and you're actually doing your job, so they're a little confused.
Oh no.
So again, that intimidation roll, because I will put holes in them.
They don't know what your boomstick
All right,
is,
cool.
so they're just like, you're free to go whenever you want.
All right, the prisoners go free as well.
Oh, whoa.
21 for the diplomacy.
That one hurt me over
All right, so they kind of like, look over themselves, and one of them, who's been like really quiet, like juts forward into the zone and goes, "Yeah, Carl here rounded him up because they were trying to bang his wife." And he's like, "No, shut the hell up!" Blah, blah. And there's just all this other stuff, and like you can hear that he's taking out a personal vendetta against these individuals for a bunch of different things, and he's like abusing his power.
Different things. I thought it was all about Carl's
Okay,
wife.
so
That's a little
Carl-
bad.
So it's like
who's
you
the most shitlord of all of them?
I guess it sounds like Carl. Who's
All right,
like,
Carl, do you want to get a pole put in your head? Because that's gonna
Can I
happen.
call you Carl?
Yes, you can call me Carl, and then don't listen to don't listen to this fool. He like smacks him out of the
All
zone.
right, I'm gonna start
These
shooting.
men, these men have wronged.
All right,
So I pull out my gun!
rolled hit.
I'm
You have
trying
point blank.
diplomacy here.
That's a 6
And
plus.
he's trying bullet mancy.
my touch.
I'm doing diplomancy, and I'm getting
Oh
diploma.
Jesus! Point blank.
Well,
That's a 15.
you just like
Go ahead,
social
just type it
account.
in.
He's going with pirate politics.
Yeah, so you take the one, I guess, who's
I
in charge.
intentionally miss him.
Okay, so you a warning shot.
I am going to warning shot, and I
Alright.
still have one more in the chamber.
He's
All
got
right,
an
so you
magic
warning
wand.
shot. Everyone is now.
Deafened.
I'll give him a second to get their earring back.
Miles away. I'm glad those two went, because if any of you else went, that would have been probably trouble.
Hey, wait.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
it would have
hear,
been a real bad
wait,
decision
so-
for
you
anyone
guys
else
hear
to
a
do.
gunshot?
Nah, that's
Grenadier getting the blood out of his ears.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, because you guys are
Everyone got their
underground.
No,
earring
you
And
would have been.
you hear like.
Oh yeah, I know. I would have known what was gonna happen. Can I cover my ears?
Yeah. So you can still hear. Yeah. but
Everyone have
nobody
their
else really
earring
knows
back
what's going on.
Yeah.
But you
Yo.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Again, does everyone have their hearing back finally?
No, it's gonna take a round or two.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
We'll save
but-
it for
Can
a
I
round
just?
two. Hey,
Nothing with a verbal component.
Oh no, he covered his.
Because they won't
Are you
hear
looking
it.
at
Oh no,
me?
because they
Yes.
won't hear it.
Why would you do this?
Because I only wanted to get some things and then leave.
You didn't have to
just-
come with
You're
it.
the one that dragged me here. You're like.
I
"You
asked
wanna
you
go?"
because you wouldn't just let me use the cart and come back.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Don't you have the back of holding?
Yes, but I'm not gonna throw. I'm not
Here's
gonna
the
throw a
best part.
bunch of expedition
second
stuff
trip
that I was
you've gone
going
on
to
with
get
part
from
of the group.
expedition.
And it's gone to shit.
yeah. First time the red dragon showed up, I mean, you chose the wrong part.
So as soon as you say that, like all the guards are like, "What dragon?
Look,
There's a
look,
dragon?
Oh!
Let the prisoners go.
Is that
we
all
don't
we
want no
need to say?
dragon trouble."
Do you want to fight the dragon with us?
Yeah. There's
No.
Actually,
Do you want me to
Hard
put
no.
the dragon?
Don't
in
worry,
front of
it's
you?
hard
red.
no.
If you want us to actually tell you the truth here, Carl, there's a red dragon chasing after us.
Get out of town.
Well,
No
we're gonna
dragons.
take these men with us.
Take all of them.
Men.
There's two
How many
things Lord
doors?
Bertrand hates: peasants and dragons that are attracted to peasants.
So-
get out
so
of
I'm
here.
telling
You know, for a
Let
second
the
I
men
thought he
go.
was gonna go dragons and carnies. Circus folk. Small
Well,
hands.
so
I like
tell-
cabbage.
Can I have the keys then?
Oh, they all start like opening the cells.
So Carl, you're telling me Lord Bertram hates dragons.
Yes.
So when I tell my red dragon overlord
Yes.
what to do, I'm going to tell him just to
Did
come
you
to
say
Glen.
overlord?
Hey,
No.
we should. He's joking.
No, who said I'm joking?
I did. Prisoners, let's go. Out the door to the car.
They all
Prisoners.
start booking it.
Oh!
Sly smile outward. Remember,
He's not.
and I
Alright.
just charged my last round of the gun.
Who's last
Just
round?
A goodbye
This
shot.
is
That's-
a power move.
That's-
This is a power move.
That's some
I'm
unfortunate
gonna laugh if you
phrasing.
break it.
I fire my last shot.
Well, it's 7 on the die, so 19 or
This is gonna be a
You-
nice
16 on
quick-
touch
You,
AC.
you don't
Do
misfire,
this,
and that's what's important.
All right. And I
Yeehaw!
spend my grip
No,
point
you
to
wanna come on the next
or fast
adventure?
musket reload.
I was part of the dragon one, so I mean.
All right, so you guys rescue some peasants,
So we let them go.
and they just start running away from you because apparently you serve red dragons.
We
And
don't
so
serve red dragons.
they're like,
Cheers, the good one, good Lord.
they're like, he stood in the zone of truth and said it. He's in cohorts with the evil ones. Everyone, run for your lives.
All right, great.
He is
Now-
no servant of Tyr.
Now
He is a
that-
servant of lies.
Shut up!
When did you turn into Lou?
How could you?
That's a Lou response.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
Grendier, calm down for a second.
I'm known as a man of a
Hey,
dragon.
hey,
now.
Grendier, this is all great and wonderful. Calm
Wait,
down.
wait, is Lou the dragon overlord?
Yes.
Are you a red dragon? Doesn't fit.
No.
Doesn't
Tyr.
fit the bill.
I mean, he is when he wears somebody's scalp.
All right, buddy. I understand that
And we follow.
You want to do the.
You shot your boomstick.
Listen.
Twice.
You've deafened a bunch of people.
Hey, look at it this
We
way.
were just
Yeah,
talking,
which kind of
and
makes
you're
you
just
wonder
like,
how they heard the
"Oh,
word
let's
dragon.
just point my boomstick at somebody and go kabam.
Hey.
You won't mind.
Grendier.
Yes.
Just for a second.
You know, I wonder if those two are ever gonna come back.
Had
And then
you-
you're just like
they're
the
just
red
doing a
dragon's
commercial.
coming to murder
Had you
all.
gone through
First.
and made a mistake
I
in
don't
your
know.
judgment, you would have
It's
killed
me,
4
don't-
innocent individuals.
want you all
Only 4?
So you thought,
I'm pretty sure it's his job
Give me
to
a
not.
lap.
as a judge of Tyr,
It's time for your night
that I
dinner.
would not see those men and realize what was going on.
4
It's in
potential innocent individuals that you might have killed.
the 6.
So not only does he
Potentially.
prevent you from doing your job, he doubts you could even do your job.
And
in
then
the first
tells
place.
you how to do
That's
your
gonna be
job.
an
It sounds
awkward
a
ride
lot
back.
like Yawa just lost a healer.
Yeah.
No. It looks like he gained and
Next time you're
inflicts
like,
light wounds.
you come over.
Yeah.
It's like,
I can't hear you over the boom.
just
you shot your gun too close to my ear, man. I can't hear anything.
I've seen one awkward ride back to our town.
So,
what's
Instead
you want?
of-
Oh, it's a shame you didn't bring a donkey with you there, Grant.
I know.
That would be terrible.
so instead of
if Yahweh
potentially
had to
making a
walk
wrong
the
call,
whole way home.
we got what we needed. Well, I got what I needed,
And you lost 2 bullets.
and I lost 2 bullets. Sounds like a win. We're all not dead.
Let's now.
That
you gonna-
you know of.
Are you gonna trust me from now on with the donkeys? Because I didn't make a mistake, technically.
So roll luck.
Roll luck.
3d6.
3d6.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And then
that was a
again,
15 on that one.
and then 5 more times.
2 2s and a 1.
All right, so you guys are arguing in the courtyard of the castle.
That's
Did those
Getting-
motherfuckers just say dragon?
Getting on your, wagon and stuff to head back, and the 6 guards have now turned into 30 guards who are coming out and a little
We're
bit
leaving.
with pikes, and they're
Yeah.
like, them! They serve the dragons!
Oh my god.
Get them out
Yeah.
of here! And they start
Yeah.
charging the carts with pikes.
I hope you know this.
Alright, I will actually aim to kill
Alright,
one
which
of these
donkey
individuals.
dies?
All right,
I got my money on
roll,
tack.
All right, roll
I
the
will
hit.
actually aim to
Put
kill
the
one of these
pen in.
individuals if they don't
Tack
stay back.
Alright,
And
I'll
they-
put,
they're starting to form
I'll
a
put
pike
verbal
wall.
Verbal warning,
on
stay
tick
back or
me
I
is
will
the
start,
first one to die.
start killing individuals.
Okay. Okay. Everyone just calm down.
Be cool!
Be cool. We are under no circumstances aligned with a red dragon.
Oh yeah, the zone.
Oh, so what color dragon are you aligned
As you
with?
can see, amulet.
Holy symbol.
Amulet
Also, the
of
zone of
Tyr.
truth is still up, so I.
No,
This
it's
would
not.
not be
Oh, yeah,
around my
'cause you
neck
can't
if I was
buy
not
amulets.
a man of Tyr.
That's very true.
Yeah.
This guy's full of shit, get him.
All right, roll a diplomacy.
Oh God, Jesus.
Do you want assistance in that?
You are by no means fucking assisting with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but
I do
everything
not
you
need
add is
any more
negative.
bullets today.
Well, there's already 2 loaded in the gun.
23.
All right, so the pike wall stops, and they kind of shuffle back a little bit, and they're like, "We just want you to leave."
All right, trust me, we were on our way
We
out.
are leaving, and believe me, my friend here will not trouble you any longer.
Oh, don't bet on it.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Leave and never come back.
Don't.
We
bet
already
on
have
that.
one bounty on
We have
you.
gone far enough. Let's just go.
Oh, 1 bounty? Let's
Yes.
add another one if you
Clack,
don't get
clack,
that
clack,
pike
go.
out of my
No,
face.
We're going.
I mean,
We are
they're like
going.
several feet away
We
from
are
you, just
going.
kind of doing this.
We are moving.
All right, so you've declared actual departure.
Yes.
All right,
Start.
don't
Before
tell.
you can reload.
I've already reloaded. I reloaded when we were in the dungeon.
Yeah, on his way up.
All right.
You do shit like that and don't trust me?
So
All right.
after a few hours goes by, and you guys have a long, heated argument on the
Don't
road.
tell anyone about what I learned from the sages.
Sure, but everyone's gonna hear about your little dragon.
That's fine. I don't care about that. They can learn about that all they want. I just don't want them knowing about the Sword of Air.
So
Keep
you
your
guys,
secrets.
you guys get back to Elise, and you fill them in on the expedition to Clavier.
And then there was a pike wall, and he was like, "Oh, we serve a dragon," and they were just like,
Well,
"Dragon?
So,
We don't serve a dragon?
That's
it
what
was
I said."
Okay.
I mean, no. I'm not gonna lie. My racism towards dragons could be, let's see, patted down a little bit with the right amount of gold.
It was.
But I wouldn't say that I serve one. I'm just saying I'm easily rich.
You might want to talk to the man Bertram. He has a hate for dragons.
Okay,
like you do.
Everyone has a hate of
I
dragons.
called dibs on the next outing with just Grenadier because shit always happens, and I want to be.
Fuck that.
It was a riot. Honestly,
Emergency meeting.
Yo,
right now.
fuck that. I claimed the
I think
next
for-
trip out with Yawa, man.
Feel
That
like-
sounds like fun. Let's kill them all.
You still
Let
feel
their
like
deities
you
sort
did
them
that
out.
pretty bad.
listen. It was a you had to be there moment. All I gotta say. End of story. We know Lord Bertram doesn't like dragons.
I'm sorry, do you know what a pike
Yeah,
sells
the whole
for on
town
the
as well.
open market? Imagine what we could do with 60.
Yeah, 60 inside of us. Great
So-
idea.
Only if you don't get out of the way.
So if we ever do make it back there, one, I
We
will be
can't show
wearing
our
face
faces.
covering.
Yes.
So we need to buy you guys
Two,
masks and helmets.
It would probably be a good idea to not have Goss walking around openly.
Well, if you can figure out a way to close Gauss, I'd be interested in hearing about it.
That would be a challenge in itself. I don't think
You
even.
totally wear a costume.
Because I've got a feeling that if you keep
We just gotta
recommending
get
we
him another
disguise
spell.
Gauss,
It's
it's
fine.
going to be a kobold
Just give
in a
him a face
human
mask.
skin.
You can wear a face mask, right?
I think he would just
Maybe
put
once.
another wig on top of the wig he wears, and slowly over time would accumulate like 50 wigs.
Yeah.
I know.
All
I
with
feel
perfect
like he's
balance.
gonna drape it down. He's gonna just end up in a dude suit.
Ew.
Could be.
So
All right, so
end of story.
How many days do we have?
Grenadier's kind of a
Not enough to skin a
in the
man
mud.
alive or dead.
A stick in the mud.
I just wanted to borrow the cards.
that,
I
this
would
be
sounds a
quicker.
lot like Yawa's not getting it.
It was a quick. It
You
was
know-
going to be a
Sounds
quick
like the
in and out
healer's
trip.
gonna
Did you guys see
reevaluate
the
who
irony
actually
that the
gets
elf and the
heals.
dwarf are having this fight?
Oh no, I saw it instantly. So
It was going to be a quick in and out, and you didn't trust me enough to take the cards.
Yes, it was a quick in and out. An in and out that ended with two
No, he doesn't
gunshots.
trust you. You
Then
shot.
pikemen.
You shot near people.
actually,
and
that
then-
that whole story is exactly why he's not going to trust you with the donkeys later, because
Ever.
60 pikes would have ended the donkeys.
That's fine.
One
pike
pike could have ended.
But
It's
it
a
could have
running
ended. It
health.
could have ended not violently, and
Well,
all I would have
no.
had to have
Two of those
done was
guys are
talk my
level
way
up.
through getting some expedition
I
stuff.
have a question. The last time you said talk, it ended with bullet.
Hmm.
Literally
I give him fair
every time
warning.
he said
Yes,
talk, it's
every time
ended
it
with
ends
bullet.
with
Yeah, that's very true. That is
Seems
very
like you're
true.
ending. You know,
I'm
your
starting to
sentences instead
think
with
that's what
periods,
that
just bullet
action is
holes.
called.
Yeah. I'm a man.
It's just I pull the trigger and talk comes out.
You know,
Uh,
I
so-
shouldn't give this to you, but I
Hey,
made
look.
something for you, and I don't know if you should have it now.
All right.
Is it a hat?
No, Tack and Clan
so-
are traumatized.
I'll still give it to him.
I
Is it a beard?
I guess I would refer. Can any of us?
That's what we should do.
detect,
We should
like,
get him a
smart matter?
beard.
Innately, no.
No, innately.
Are you gonna be able to go? Oh, you didn't order the stuff. Never mind.
What orders? Yeah. So I'm not telling them any of this information specifically because I don't have the ability to avoid any threat of harm
Okay,
or mask our conversations.
that's fine.
So until then, I
Because
won't
they can't hold
double
it.
check.
Okay. So that sounds like an excellent spot to.
Actually, I did want to give Nakamura something. 'cause
Yeah,
he
that's
did
fine.
crap,
You can go
but
ahead.
A slap in the mouth?
I walk over,
Good.
pull you aside,
Slap
going, you know, just because it'd be interesting, I'm going to give this to you still.
Never
What's
reload
that?
my donkeys again.
I give you a small, round, clay-looking bottle.
Okay.
You see a ring hanging off the top. I've been working on designs, and I pull out a small pouch that I give you, and I pull one item out. It's a little small carver tube, a little rope hanging on the end.
Oh.
And I pull a little weird piece of twig with like a round substance on the end. I
We
just
have
kind of
matches in this world. don't
twinner
we?
ticks.
Yeah.
And I just light it, and then I just throw it, and a moment later, firecracker. I call it a firecracker.
Oh, this is.
There's 4 more.
There's people from
Yes.
the southern part
4
of the
more in
aisle
this
that
pouch
don't like that.
with 4 twinner ticks.
Not metagaming, but couldn't you just like,
Could be useful.
make the base with it, just a
This
bunch of
clay
powder
pot,
and
though.
make it with some fragments and make just a fragment.
You mean a bomb?
Yeah.
If that's just loud,
Do you mean a bomb?
that can cause damage.
'Cause we used to call that a bomb.
It can. The
still call those
fuse
bombs,
could
yeah.
take up to 18 seconds to go off, but
18 seconds to go.
potentially it could go off sooner. It's not exactly perfected.
Oh, so it's
But there's
unstable,
iron
too.
inside of it, a little extra gunpowder I put together, and I think someone might call it like you can nade it, like if you had anything throwing it.
I have.
So
I
we're
have
going
it.
to give
I just gave you a
a
You're
throw.
giving an
move.
un-
unstable
iron pellet
chemical to
grenade.
an unstable
You mean
person.
You give me a shrapnel grenade?
and
Right.
4 firecrackers with 4
Awesome.
matches.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Oh god.
I'm gonna use this for so many distractions.
You just gave an unstable chemical to an unstable person.
It's a one-time use. Be
You gave
careful.
him. You,
I pulled him aside. You just heard a loud bang,
And the worst
and
part
you
is
saw me do this
shrapnel,
before, and I'm
which
still
means
talking to him.
and then
I hand him
see
something
him
bigger.
handing you-
I hand him something
I
bigger.
mean, as far as you're concerned, Yawa's just having a discussion with somebody.
Yeah, he
saw-
could be
no, no.
scolding. He
I
could
do
100%
just
be
want-
scolding me.
I do just want to point out that shrapnel is not a just enemy's weapon.
It's to whom it may concern.
Yes, it's a dear grid coordinates.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be.
But I
very-
mean, more along
But
the lines of,
for the
hit
exact
all those
stats,
enemies
just look
and
up fuse
four
grenade
friends.
and iron
Considering
pellet
he
grenade.
shot
Iron
at
pellet
like.
grenade.
It's going to
just
say
random
variant of the
people,
fuse
if I
grenades.
imagine
You're going to need both those
grenades
sets.
is a fantastic idea.
And the firecrackers,
So
same
the
thing.
lawful good cleric is like, hey, red flag.
I also
Yeah.
hand you the recipe to how to make these.
Do you
Motherfucker!
No.
Sharing is caring.
What is it? Craft alchemy chips?
Look. I
mean, it would
am
be,
lawful
but
neutral.
I'm
still
I'm
giving
trying
him
to
the
protect
recipe.
my
Yeah,
ass.
but
My
because he has the
good- yes.
gunsmithing feat.
If you allow him.
Yeah.
My good crystalline friend. You
Hold on
know,
a sec. What?
a good crystalline friend. Believe me, I'm saying this from the utmost, deepest parts of my soul. Do not give this man the recipe
Of what?
to make whatever you just threw.
That was a crystal I just chipped off.
In fact,
Oh, you mean
know what?
before?
I like
The
this
boom.
guy's plan
Oh, the
so
little
much, we'll
firecracker?
name that item after him.
Oh,
We'll
don't
call
worry,
it
it's
the
non-lethal. It's just a
grenade.
loud bang.
It's a loud
I
bang.
thought it'd be useful as a distraction.
So
I don't
it
mention the
doesn't-
bigger one.
So it does.
There's a bigger one?
That's the grenade I gave him.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
So it just
ignore
makes
that part.
noise.
Oh yeah, the firecracker just makes a loud noise.
Yeah, can use it for
It's like it's non-lethal.
distractions.
It might deafen you, might black out for a moment most, but you have to be like on the brink.
Yeah,
of
so when you
death.
guys are all the way across the room and I'm still in the
He's
other
gonna
place-
throw it. He's
So
gonna
instead
throw
of
it.
shooting people, you could use those.
I mean, yeah. Or I could just.
It's a
do-
non-lethal deterrent.
It is all non-lethal.
Okay, so Grandier's.
Oh, I mean, essentially,
No,
so is your
But
shooting.
yes, the firecracker is just. I mean, you could probably
missed
make it
on
into
purpose.
a child's toy, really, if
Yeah.
you wanted to. I don't recommend.
Not
holding
your
it while doing it,
purpose.
though.
Yeah, but not with the way you roll. Like, no one would be able to.
But I think it was
You
going
want-
to be a non-lethal
It's
way
like,
to distract.
now it's time for a warning shot
and
or a
it's-
crit.
exactly.
Sharing
So
is
the-
not. So
Really non-lethal.
Both
don't
great
worry.
thing to put
The roll I rolled.
I have
before
ideas
the,
for more dangerous things, but that's
six
gonna
and the
take more
7
resources.
Was a natural
God.
20, and I just
Well,
rolled to like
let
roll,
me know
and
how
I
it
rolled a
goes.
17.
Oh, yes.
I was like, "Eee."
one of them.
I love it.
Really neat.
Yawa Nakamori. He will bust a
Gonna
cap in your
fly
wall.
across the sky. A little bit of magic mixing, find the right spells from somebody health. Could look like a dragon almost. Could be a nice diversion. Could do some damage. Could be really cool.
So the few,
Fight?
on fire.
the stages to make these are fuse grenade, iron pellet grenade.
It is a iron pellet grenade. It's a variant of a fuse grenade. The fuse grenade has the basic stats. The iron pellet part changes the damage
Okay,
type.
where is that in the just the core rulebook?
I think the source is. I don't know. You have to look. It's on the SRD.
You know,
If
while
not,
you're
I'll send it
at
to you
it,
later.
why don't you give him a couple?
I can make a holy
That
grenade.
is a great idea. I was about to say, yeah, you can make a holy water grenade for him.
I mean,
If we're gonna dance with the devil, let's tango.
I can make a holy fountain firework in time. It's expensive though, and a lot of gunpowder.
I mean, while you're at it, why don't you trick him into killing a bunch of innocent people so he no longer has cleric ability?
But just firecrackers make noise. Don't worry about it.
I don't enjoy that line.
But anyways, I walk back over and just and I give you kind of.
I don't enjoy the line.
I nudge about the other one, going.
Him and him grenades. Because you know he's gonna build them and he's gonna give a couple hints.
Like when you look at the recipe, you see how much gunpowder's in it. You're like,
I think he can be trusted.
Yeah,
more
no,
than
it's
he
going to
can.
be an absolute, only in an absolute.
The scalper.
necessity.
I got some ideas. If
Hey,
you got any
at least he
designs, let me know.
I'm done.
But yeah. But then I walk away at that point.
All right, so I think this will be a good time to stop, and we will pick up here next week with the first part expedition into the Howling Fortress.
Or as I call it,
All right.
the end where we all died by